use my body to keep you.
Hey now, hey now.
Hey now. Oh. Hey now, everybody.
Hey now, hey now.
I really do pray that you all had a better day than I did. I will not linger on that though. Let me go and move my shit over here. That looks better. And welcome FPM. And everyone here. I figured I might as well give this a look. I fucking pray that this is better than the when Cat came on the stream. I don't have many hopes for this. But we shall see. And there's no fucking... What the fuck?
Always wanted me on the show. People are clipping this immediately. Sir.
Okay, so that was his own thing. I just want to make sure it wasn't something on my end.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Now everyone should be able to hear me, and if I do this, I think everyone should be able to hear you. Jordy, want to say hello?
Hello!
There he is. He's working now. Cool. Okay. So, everyone.
This is what it's like when worlds collide. As I call it, two retards talking at each other.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Welcome. He's here. After all of the years of anticipation, all the build-up, all the hype, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Jordy Jordan, better known as Wings of Redemption, on the internet. How are you today, sir?
I am doing well.
Great. Let me actually adjust your volume because you were a little loud there. That's my fault.
Okay.
Not your fault, my fault. And cool. So, holy crap, it's actually happening. People are going crazy. I'm sure the views are spiking. People are clipping this immediately. It's finally, the stars have aligned. The planets are like an adjustment here. Probably like meteors flying by. And we're finally together in a piece of content, if you can believe it. Let me...
I look how he's just like... Wings is like, what the fuck ever.
Let me just, up front, I want to welcome you to the show, and I want to let you know you have my undivided attention. I don't have any pop-ups going on. There's no contributions. There's no leaderboard. It's just you and me having a conversation here today. I'm very appreciative of you giving me your time. And just to start off, I'm just curious, all right? And this is just a good way, I think, to break the ice. Why did you decide, out of all these years that people have asked us to do something together, that this would be the right time to do it? Like, why are you coming on today?
You asked me to. You asked me originally back in March of this.
I remember seeing that the people were like, Phil asked, why are you here? And Wings replied, you asked me. But I guess there's a bit more to it than that.
Year, and I wasn't in a good headspace. Like I was. Well, let's go and talk about that. We had fat camp. We had fat camp that happened, and like there was an incident where like I knocked my wife over onto a table while I was upset at Keemstar, and whatever it is, whatever people say aside, what ended up happening, right? I thought a 6'5", dude was holding me back, and I used a level of force I shouldn't have used because I thought it was gonna be like a 250-pound man, and it wasn't. It was my wife, and I regret that to this day, right? Like I never wanted to do that and that kind of stuff, but there was this whole creeping dread that, and I was just in a bad headspace.
Yeah, that sucks. Welcome, Dasher.
Real for a long time. I went through a period of like 2 months of depression. I put
Why would you bring that up? Not you, Dasher. Wings. Like, why would you bring up, like, what put you in the headspace? The fact that you did that to your wife. Which, I don't care. I don't completely buy his story. Like, because my counter had always been, like, I've had things where, I mean, we all have, I think. You have a loved one, and you accidentally hurt them for whatever reason. Like, the first reaction you should have is like, holy shit, are you okay? And he didn't have that at all. He just, like, if you look at the video, he just like pushes her away and is like looking down at her, and there's like no emotion, or there's no caring. It's like, bro, you just pushed down the love of your wife. Like, if I had done something like that, or just something where like I accidentally knocked out my wife, I would be like, holy shit, are you okay? Like, immediately pick them up and, you know, do whatever I could to make him feel better. There was none of that from him.
On 40 pounds of weight. And all I did was like just sleep and just, you know, do what I had to do to make sure the light bill, because light company don't take hugs, right?
That's correct.
And that was basically my whole fucking life for a while. And like, you looked at that as me like, oh, blowing you off because I don't need you at that point. And then I went back to locale, which I didn't want to go back to locale. I did it because, one, everybody wanted me to do it. Two, a guy that I respected asked me to do it, which is Tommy. Which, you know, I respect Keemstar as well. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't not respect Keemstar, but like, Tommy's always been a straight shooter. He's always been a true friend that had no like stipulations or no like aspirations of like my time or my personal gain or anything like that. So he asked me to do it. So I'm like, all right, I'll give it another shot. Which I've already quit again, you know, because like,
just recently, right? It was just like 2-3 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah. I just wasn't happy with it. Like
Phil, I thought you didn't follow that stuff.
What?
It's mentally, to me, I have authority issues and I hate having a boss. I'd rather make less money without a boss than go and have somebody tell me to clean the toilet. I've never been me.
Well,
You know what? I could somewhat respect that, because my dad, I mean, not like I'm trying to compare my dad to Wings. Thank fuck no. But like, he was someone who ran his own business for years, or was like a, you know, what's the term we're looking for? You know, self-employed, or like ran his own business. But then when he had to like quit that and then answer to people, he was fucking miserable.
let me ask you this. Was anything holding you back from doing anything with me while you were with Lalcow? Like, officially, did Keem or anyone on the show be like, don't do anything with Phil because we want to maybe get him on the show and we can use that as an angle to get him on the show? Or it just never really happened because of the headspace you were in? I'm curious because from my perspective, I always got to wonder. Like, I know that Keem has always wanted me on the show in various capacities. And I was always wondering if that was a factor.
No. First off, like, I'm not that kind of person. If you tell me to do something, I'm telling you, fuck you. I know this. I don't know if it's PG-13 here. I'm just like, that's who I am as a person.
Say whatever you want. It's all good.
you never tell me to do something. You ask me to do something. If you ask me to clean the toilet, I'm 95% of the time I'll clean the toilet. But if you go,
You crazy, I work 12-hour shifts, Wings, you lazy.
you better clean the toilet or you better get out of here, boy. I'll show you how to leave the fucking place.
All right, so now you're not on Lalcow anymore for a few weeks. You're trying to do your own thing. I know for a fact, you're really grinding away at Battlefield 6 recently on your streams, and you're trying to make it, work again, which I understand. When you're putting all your effort or a lot of your effort into this Lalcow thing for so long, and now you're trying to get back into the grind of doing your own content, it's tough, especially when you're trying to regain that audience. There's a new game out. You're trying to get them to watch a new game instead of just the usual Call of Duty stuff.
Battlefield's fucking a travesty.
Well,
I know you probably experienced it as well.
Here's the thing, and first piece of advice that I have for you that I hope will help you, okay? Because this is
Okay, Phil's giving advice. Imagine doing that. They're not even like 5 minutes into this. He's like, I'm gonna give you some advice. Oh, please enlighten me. Fucking, Paragon Phil.
is what happened to me. What I've realized in the last year is that people want an experience on stream with me where two things. Either number one, I'm like in my zone. So if I'm playing like a fighting game and I'm kicking ass, right? They love that. They want to see me really do what I'm good at and do well in it. Or on the flip side of that, if I'm doing what I'm usually good at and I'm sucking at it, that's equally entertaining.
Sack of shit.
But the other aspect is they want to interact with me. They want to have a stream where they're hanging out with me and they're having a conversation as well as gameplay. And I've just recently, certain games that I've been playing, like I'm playing the new Pokemon game, which everyone...
Wait, what? Is he making this revelation now that when people tune into your streams, they want to be able to interact with you? Massive delusion. Yeah, exactly, Rams. Like, see, like you and me, like, it goes both ways, honestly. Like, I hate doing streams where no one's interacting with me, because at that point, it's like, and not that I'm like, and I'm not gonna like shit on people. I'm not gonna go and be like, hey, talk to me, because that just sounds weird. But like, if I'm streaming, I'm expecting to go both ways. Like, it's meant to be like a conversation, a hangout. But he's acting like as if it's some sort of like a new revelation or something.
is panning and saying this game sucks, but I'm turning it into a social experience with my audience where we're hanging out, we're having fun conversations. They can name the Pokemon that I catch and stuff like that. They love it.
No. They can pay to name the Pokemon that you are getting.
Tell me when telling lies.
Absolutely love it. This game that otherwise everyone says is boring and bad, people love it because it's this social stream that I'm doing. And what I think is happening with you in Battlefield, which is exactly what's happening when I tried to play, is the game is nonstop, 100% action. At every moment, you have to be like completely aware of what's going on around you because you're getting hit from 7 zillion directions as people are spawning on each other and shit. And it's just so intense that you can't really then turn to your chat and be like, hey, what's going on? And have a conversation. You're already dead. You don't even have a chance to breathe. Zero. And with Battlefield, it's squad-based. Unlike Call of Duty, where you can run out there and kind of be solo, be like a hot dog, and you're getting kill streaks and you're doing your thing. In Battlefield, it's 100% based on that teamwork. You need to have the support guy who's reviving you, the engineer who's going to take out the tanks and the equipment. Without that teamwork, you can't succeed. The problem is when you're in a team and you're constantly communicating with your teammates, again, you're not talking to your chat. You're not reading your chat. You're not paying attention to the chat.
Oh.
So when I tried to play Battlefield, 2 streams in, people were already saying, this game's boring as dirt. Why are you playing it? I'm like, what do you mean? It's like full of action.
Thanks
How
for
can you say it's boring? You're like, yeah, but you're
there,
ignoring us.
Theo.
Oh,
I appreciate
right.
it.
I think that's the
And
point. is
everyone.
for guys like us who've been around for a very long time, people aren't
Sorry, you have just joined a massive downgrading quality. I'm sure whatever Theo was doing is better than this. We're watching retards talk at each other.
tuning into a Wing stream or a DSP stream to see us be like, oh my God, they're in their prime and now they're going to kick ass. They're there to just have a good time. They know who we are. They've seen our content for years and years, right? They just want to have a social experience with us, hang out. Yeah.
Good Lord. This guy really loves the sound of his own voice, doesn't he? Phil, I mean, obviously. I mean, just look at Wings. Like,
The gameplay also, but they also want to have a good time with us. The people who are going to benefit from that high-end gameplay are the sweats, the new blood, the people who are like trying to be in the esports and they're grinding it out to be on a team and shit. They're the ones who people tune in. Oh, I want to see this guy's new strategy. This
like, don't even look at Phil. Just watch Wings during this entire time.
fucking new thing he figured out with a build. And I want, they're not coming to old guys like us for that. For us, I think we excel at having a social experience.
Sorry,
You can't have that. Go for it.
Question for you. When you play Street Fighter, right? Because you're known as a former Street Fighter pro, do you not have the expectation that you feel like your chat has to be met when you're playing?
No, hold
Which has to be what?
I got a
Can't have
question
that.
for you.
Go
I got a
for it.
question for you. When you play Street Fighter, right? Because you're known as a former Street Fighter
I should put it on the captions. Turn off autoplay.
pro, do you not have the expectation that you feel like your chat has to be met when you're playing?
No, hold on. Are you saying an expectation of me performing in the game or an expectation of interacting
Expected
with
you
the chat?
performing in the game. Like they expect you to at least win 70% of your matches.
To be truthful, Wings, I don't think so. Because the thing is, I haven't presented myself as a competitive player in a very long time. Maybe early on when I started on YouTube back in the day, and I was like, I'm a pro player, I'm good at Super Turbo, now I'm going to play Street Fighter 4 and I'm going to kick everyone's ass. That was kind of my attitude back then. But
I don't know how old you are, but like how old were you when you started YouTube?
26, 27.
Yeah, because I was 24 when I started. So like it's a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
And I had that same moniker. Like when I first started YouTube, I wanted to be known as the best in the world, right? Like I wanted to be that guy on Call of Duty. And like as I've gotten older, I realized it ain't happening and it's never going to happen. and people say, oh, your Twitch reflexes go first. No, that's not true. I still have fighter jet reflex. I have 175 millisecond response time on like my hand-eye coordination. That's fighter
And you're basing it off of what?
jet pilot reflexes. Probably 'cause my eyesight's going. Like even with glasses, like I just can't see motherfuckers way far out and have to use more zoom scopes. But like, yeah, I feel you 100% what you're talking about. Like I have to interact more and back.
By the way, Phil fucking needs glasses so bad. If there's anything I learned from his fucking Gears of War streams, like, good lord, does this motherfucker need glasses? Because, like, because you see him, he's, like, leaned in like this. Oops. Like, leaned in like this. And it's like, bro, like, just adjust your things. Like, literally, I have, like, see this? Like, how close I am? My monitor is, like, maybe 2 inches away from my webcam. Both my monitors are. That's how you're supposed to do this. You're not supposed to have, like, oh, a laptop right here, and then your fucking gameplay screen is, like, 6 feet away. I mean...
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Battlefield just doesn't do it.
Right.
And I think I've seen it across the board. Like Dr. Disrespect, I don't know if we can use his name, but he's a big guy, like in the streaming scene. And he used to pull 20, 25,000 viewers. I looked at him the other day, he's got 11,000 viewers, which is a 10,000 viewer drop off for Battlefield. Like Battlefield 6 is just a travesty to stream. It's so, you can't ever take your eyes off of it. As soon as you take your eyes off of it, it's bang. There's like 3 seconds between games. You can't even go take a piss.
Yeah. The people who are going to excel at a game like Battlefield 6, at least with content creation, are the people who are on teams. They're playing with their teammates. This is their content. This is them practicing to go to some big event. That's the grind that people want to see at that high level shit. For guys like you and me, it's all casual shit. We have no aspirations. I have no aspirations to go go to the nationals for Street Fighter and win. You have no aspirations to join a fucking esports team and fly across the world and play in a tournament. You know what I'm saying?
I've done it before. It's not fun.
Like, dude, I know. I lived the life for a decade. I hated it. I absolutely hated it.
I didn't live in a decade.
And you earned nothing.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I lived for like 2.5 months, and I was like, "Fuck this shit." You know, have you ever had to scrim for 8 hours, like just play Call of Duty at the highest level for free for 8 hours? I'm like, "Fuck this! I could go make YouTube videos and make more money than doing this shit."
So with us not having those aspirations to do the big stuff, we've got to find a way to make it entertaining for the audience and trying to play with a team where all you're doing is talking. The same thing happened to me years ago. I tried a few experiments. One of the things I tried to do was when Apex Legends was brand new. It just came out, okay? And I tried playing with a team, one of my moderators and another streamer, and we did good. We actually were winning matches. We were, overall, we were getting better. And after doing it for like a month, no one cared. The views were down. The income was down. I was like, why? And the feedback was, people are here for you. We're not here for you and the team. We're not here we're here for you. So you have to be here for us.
You lying sack of shit!
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
I have a hard time believing that. God, I miss those days. I mean, I remember when Apex launched. Oh, God, that was so much fun. Me and my friend, Pat, just played. We ended up throwing over hundreds upon hundreds of hours playing that. That was the first Battle Royale I really, got into. Even more than, Fortnite. But now, I'm all about Fortnite. I can't even imagine going back to Apex Legends at this point.
I think when Call of Duty comes out, that's where you excel, right? Like, that's your game. Even though I know you say you hate it, I think you have to admit, you're so good at it that when you play it, you can get into that zone and you can get those kill streaks. You know what I mean?
Weren't you in the Lummox video the other day saying that my hand-eye coordination's gone and I'm fat and I got cloudy brain?
I didn't say that. I didn't say cloudy brain. I don't even know if I said your hand-eye coordination is gone.
Sack of shit!
Well, you're talking about boxing.
Oh, boxing. Well, boxing's a whole different thing. But it has nothing to do with that either. We're talking about like a fight between you and me is what the discussion was. Is that you? Yeah. Okay, let's get into this discussion because this is something I want to talk about for sure. All right.
Oh, God, here we go.
Jordy, you get baited so bad all the time by everyone around you. And I don't think you realize how bad it is. Or maybe you do and that you're rolling with it. I don't know.
I'd go say this far. I think you're watching highlights.
Oh, of course. I'm not watching the whole raw stream.
Yeah, I stream like 4 hours a day usually. So it's like that's 30 hours a week where people clip like a 30-second section of my stream and they just put them all together.
And that's exactly what they do to me. And then they act like that was the whole stream, right? And it's bullshit. It's not, because there was one asshole in my chat who I lashed out at because they were being an asshole. Doesn't mean that's what I do all day, but that's how they portray me. And they do exactly the same thing to you. Okay. But the point I'm making here is I'm not saying it happens constantly. What I'm saying is people will say something to you and you take that bait and you run with it. Like, for example, people asking you about fighting me, right? Like, you're going to fight DSP. Would you beat DSP in a fight? Why would you even entertain that? Because no matter how you respond, that's going to be clipped. That's going to be thrown on the internet as a negative. They're going to send it to me. They're going to say, see what he said about you? And they're going to try to get drama stirred up. And
publicity, all publicity is good publicity.
Well, yes and no. Like, I'll agree to that to some extent. But for example, let's talk about the whole fight thing between you and me. All right. Mm-hmm. So I'm 5'10". No, excuse me. I'm 5'11". You're 6'4".
6 foot 1. No,
you're 6'1". I thought you were 6'4".
6 foot even. 6 foot even.
So he's 6 feet tall. That's news to me. I mean, I had no idea what his height was, but if you had said how big do you think Wings is, I'd be like, I don't know, like 5'8". I didn't know he was 6 feet tall. God damn. He's fucking taller than I am. Of course, he weighs about 2 of me, but that's a whole other story.
So you're 6 foot even and I'm 5'11". Yeah. So we're about the same height. You weigh way more than me.
430.
Wow. So I'm...
Wait, what? 430? Whoa, wait a minute. Sorry, give me 1 second here. 430? I feel like he said something less than that. Get 430? 2 days ago, he said he was 338. That's a 100-pound difference. So which is correct?
What? I just weighed myself a couple weeks ago and I was 188. All right. And that's my new weight. That's because I've been losing weight and I'm working out and everything.
What was the heaviest you ever got to?
Around like 245 was about my heaviest. And I don't know, dude, I have no fucking clue how you do it. Because when I was at 245, I was like, I'm miserable. I couldn't exist.
Fucking miserable. Like, and I know 245 is not bad. 245 is actually my dream weight. Like, I'd be happy with 330 right now. If I was 330, I'd be able to be.
What the fuck? Literally, he said a couple of days ago he was 338 pounds. Because I remember watching down stream. Wow. Newsflash, everyone. This man over here is a little bit dishonest.
What?
Beat the world. But like, Toby, it's so miserable.
No, and just for me, my fucking knees. There was one day I was 245. This is when I had my office job. Okay, I opened the car door in the parking lot. I put my leg down. I go to stand up. My fucking knee pops, and all the tendons in my leg shooting fucking pain. I'm like, oh my god, I'm just standing up, and it's fucking like this all the time. And you know, I don't know how you do it. You must have,
bro. Like, I'm like maybe an inch smaller than DSP, and even in like my 40s, at my worst, I was like 235. And I have worse knees. I have horrible knees. I never had something like that happen to me. Either he's completely making this up, or he's got some other fucking issues.
incredible amount of like pain resistance. Maybe you phase it out in your mind. You know how you can do that. You just don't think about it and it fucking goes away. Because I would never be able to do that.
You say you lift weights now, right? You lift weights?
Yeah.
You ever picked 100 pounds up?
Oh, of course I have.
Yeah. Could you do 2?
Could I do 2? Yeah, but not for more than like 1 or 2 reps. That'd be it.
So like my life is picking 2 of those up every time I stand up.
Yeah. Jesus.
Every time I stand up, every time I want to go for a walk, every time I want to fight somebody, I'm carrying 200 extra pounds around.
My God.
It is just it destroys your body. And I'll talk to my wife all the time. My wife's like, let's go for a walk. I'm like, oh, really? You want to go for a walk? Like for her, a walk is something that's gentle and like nice. And we look at birds.
It's relaxing.
Like, to me, it's a grueling uphill battle where I'm just dying. It's like, oh my God.
All right, so get back.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, you have to kind of work through the pain, pal. Wings. She obviously wants to spend some time with you. Like, I mean, I've been there. Like, when the wife wants you to go out with her. It may not feel like the best thing, but you just do it for your wife. And yeah, it might hurt a little bit, but overall it's good for you. Like, the benefits of walking, like, can't be described. It really is like the first step to getting healthy. Just getting at least a decent walk routine.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Topic, because we did get derailed there. The topic of you and me fighting, right? So I don't even know how it came up on your stream. I really have no clue who brought it up or whatever. But someone beat you into this comment. Okay, so how did it happen? How did someone bring
Somebody
it up?
came to my comment and said Phil was on a Lummox video stating that he would knock you out in 1 round. That's what it came to me.
Of course that never happened. Here is my perspective.
Whoa.
Okay, you and me in a ring.
Oh, fuck you. Wings. Oh, come on. Well, maybe he does follow up. Let me not pass judgment early.
We square up. Immediately what I do is I step away from you and I never let you touch me because I have stamina. I can just dance around you. I don't know if I'd be able to effectively strike you or hit you, but I'm going to tire you out. You're never going to be able to hit me. Even if you come at me, I'm just going to step aside until you're beat, you're tired, and then that's it. I already won.
The only issue that is I've actually trained in boxing and I know how to cut the ring off.
Well, there you go. And I don't have any boxing skill whatsoever. But obviously, if we were to fight, you know, I would train. I would learn all that shit. And
But
that was the point.
As a fat motherfucker, Phil, you don't fight the skinny guy out in the living room. You fight him in the bathroom.
Exactly. You play to your strengths, and that would be your strength. Is you have insane size on me, and you can just overwhelm me if you get close enough to me. Exactly right. But anyway, that's the point. Someone, I don't know how it came up, but someone was like, "Oh, like Wings would beat up DSP." I'm like, "No, Wings would never hit me. If we were actually in a real fight and we were training, Wings would never hit me. I would never allow him to get close enough to me before he would gas out, and that would be the end of the fight." Right? But that's all I said. I never said I would knock you out. I never said anything like that. But this is what these people do. They take the comment, they twist it, they turn it into something, and now, let's get these guys.
Ugh. Please tell me Wings follows up on this, because literally Wings could just be like, well, your DSP reacts is the thing. I can pull it up right here. I mean, I don't know if he does that. I'm guessing he doesn't, because I didn't hear that he did.
To be angry at each other. Let's get these guys to talk shit about each other, that they want to fuck each other up in a fight and shit like that. And I hate to say it, it's not just your trolls. Dude, it's everyone around you, at least from what I've seen. And again, I'm watching highlights. You're correct. I'm not seeing the whole picture. But dude, there's been times your moderators say fucked up stuff about you, about me, about others. They are 1,000,000% goading you into making that clippable content. They are content farming you. And I don't think that you're aware of that. Case in point, this just happened on a stream a few days ago. Your moderators are telling you that my wife left me. Okay? And you're like, oh, she did? Oh, she did. That makes sense. Dude, my wife didn't leave me. We're happy. We're actually happier than we've been in a long time. I just don't put her in my content. So the detractors are...
Whoa. What do you mean, happy's been in a long time? Did something bad happen recently?
They're like, well, she must have left. Let's make a negative out of this. And then they spread that on the internet and they tell, oh, let's have the grapevine, this and that. Next thing you know, now it's like a meme. Phil's wife left him. No, she didn't. But now you hear it from your mods and you believe it. And then you talk about it.
I figured your wife was going through the same thing mine's going through. Well,
what's
not the same exact thing. Like my wife recently put some weight on and she doesn't want to be on camera anymore. But the reason she put weight on is because my wife had thyroid cancer. So like she has to have all these concoction of medications to like replicate what her thyroid used to do for her because it got cut out to get the cancer out of her body. And like her medicine messed up recently and it's affected her metabolism and she gained like 20 pounds. Right? And she's unhappy with herself. And I'm sure your wife, because everybody can see that Kat has gained weight since she got married to you.
Of
Right?
course. I mean, it was a given
course.
just seeing the
Yeah,
two
yeah.
times that she
Yeah,
really
but and
appeared.
I'm certain, and all women are a little vain, and they don't want to be seen in a negative light. And I'm sure that's the same effect, right?
Jasper Kitty. Actually, so here's let me put it this way, because I've explained it to my audience, but this is a great opportunity to get it out there so people kind of understand, because I think a lot of people don't understand. For guys like you and me, all right, we put ourselves out on the internet every single day, right? We're open to scrutiny, we're open to trolling, but we do it on purpose. This is our job, right? It's our job to make the money. So we're doing that every day. But there's people out there who they're not used to that level of scrutiny. They're not used to that level of criticism, trolling, childish insults, all right? Nor should they be. You know, most people who don't stream, don't make videos on the internet have never even experienced that kind of level of bullying like we see every day. We're kind of immune to it because we've been seeing this for how many years? But my wife, she doesn't know about that world, all right? Now, she knows about it because she sees it happen to me on stream every day, but she...
Are we acting like she did not stream at all? She streamed quite a bit before you two got married.
doesn't experience it. And so back when she moved in with me in 2018, it was actually our intention originally that we were going to do some content together. Maybe like once a month we do a Q&A video with the audience and we hang out and have, fun conversation with them. And then maybe she would do some gameplay. And this culminated in 2018's Halloween special. She dressed up in a Halloween costume along with me. And we were doing the stream together, playing Silent Hill. And the trolls came by and they said such vile, disgusting things about her on that stream that she literally saw it in the chat, shut down completely. Like she couldn't help it. It's just the natural reaction. She just shut down. Off stream, we took a break. She's like, I can't do this. She's like, I thought I could. I thought I was built for it. I'm not. I don't want to be in your content if this is how it's going to be. This is like really messed up. What's going on? I said, I completely understand. And I did the rest of that marathon by myself, despite the fact that it had been planned to be both of us on there. She didn't even appear in my content until 2024 again. I want you to think about that length of time. 6 years away from that crap where she wanted nothing to do with it. The only reason she came back is because it had been so long and we actually really wanted to play Yakuza Like a Dragon together. Well, actually it was Infinite Wealth because it had this mode that was very similar to Animal Crossing. And we had played Animal Crossing together offline in 2020 and actually loved it. But, we could do a virtual island together and we brainstormed this idea. Let's have her come back and do this content with me. So she did. And obviously anyone can see, in those streams.
Good God. There's so many games we could have played together. Like, how about It Takes Two or Split Fiction? So many co-op focused games, and they never did that together.
What? She had gained weight since 2018. 6 years had passed. A lot had happened. All right. The thing is, I don't tell anyone about it. Unlike with you, you seem to be incredibly transparent between you and your wife and everything. You tell everybody everything, right? Like, I don't tell anyone shit because I've been through this already. I had a previous...
everything. Like a lot of people are surprised recently that I own cows.
Oh, I didn't even know that you own cows. That's cool.
Yeah, but I have this whole life that I exist. I don't tell people about.
That's good. Wait, what?
Because I learned the hard way, dude. When I started back in the...
I'm sorry. Fucking Wings has a farm?
Hey, I shared absolutely everything. 100%.
Internet was new.
That's right.
Internet was new.
And who would have thought that something that you said or did in 2010, 2011 would come back to fucking bite you in 2025, You never would have.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands.
Yep.
Dude, I hated... I knew when you lost your Twitch that mine was going soon.
Oh, I'd love to talk about that later. I definitely want to hit upon that bullshit later because I think there was definitely something going on there. How the fuck did both of us lose our Twitches partnerships?
Everything that happened to you, I knew it was going to come happen to me. Like if something happened to you, I'm like, all right, this is about to happen to me in the next month. Because they always did you first.
Yeah. And then you were right after. It's bullshit. So I think it was an agenda. There was people there working behind the scenes. But anyway, so early on, I shared everything with my ex and everything. Oh my God. She was in all my content and everything. And it was a fucking disaster, right? Like people would, number one, everyone hates my ex. So now that's rubbed off on me. Everyone now hates my content because they hate my ex.
Wings is too fat to ranch. Welcome, Lictar.
Hey now.
And then on top of that, I'm revealing things about my private life. People are now starting to do intrusive things to my life. They're fucking with me. They're messing with my actual real life shit behind the scenes that no one should even know about. Because I had a electric bill sitting on my countertop by accident. It wasn't opened. It was a closed envelope electric bill. And I'm filming in my kitchen doing a vlog. They call my electric company and they turn off my fucking electricity. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit.
How they fucking turn your electricity off like that?
Because they saw the company. Exactly right. They socially engineered. They called in. They pretended to be me with basic information. And some dunce at the company thought it was me. And they tried to turn off my electricity. And the only reason I didn't get it turned off is because they emailed me 2 days prior and said, so it's going off on Monday. I was like, what? So I called them immediately, said, this is all bullshit. And I had to put like multiple levels of fucking password protections and shit in so they can't do that shit anymore on all of my stuff. So I've been through this shit, right?
Yeah, but like, bro, fucking, it's like acting like, oh, the trolls. Okay, so like, no one should have done that. But at the same time, it's like, don't show that shit. Like, I'm not trying to victim blame here, but bro, have some sort of like, self-preservation here.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I learned from experience, you cannot share your shit with the internet anymore. Because
yeah, you can't share your fucking personal information.
They will take every little thing, even as stupid or small of a piece of information seems to be that you'll give these people, they'll run with it and they'll create entire conspiracy theory scenarios around crazy shit. So 2018.
Can I ask you a question about that?
Oh, go ahead.
Like the bankruptcy thing, right? Like why was that open? Why was that an open forum? Why wasn't that behind closed doors? I thought that was the stupidest thing ever, that people could like call in and listen and shit like that.
Well, it was a combination. First of all, bankruptcy hearings are public. Like, they are a public thing that anyone can go to. I think that's really stupid, because obviously now we're entering the internet age where people will fuck with you, you know, because they can. If they can get away with it anonymously, they will do it. Normally, a bankruptcy hearing would be in a courtroom, in front of a judge, in front of security. So if someone tries to fuck around, you get arrested, right? But COVID was going on. So because of COVID, they suspended all in-person action, and it was all over the phone. And they had zero checks and balances, zero. So literally anyone could have called into that and said that they were a creditor of mine and fucked with that hearing. Now, you know, normal people don't go through what we go through, so they would never think there'd be someone that crazy to do that. What? Some nut job would actually chance doing that? Yeah. We go through it every day, but normal people don't.
No, it's not a nut job. Like you said, they're open to the public. So therefore, even though you're doing it online, it's still open to everyone.
Don't think the judge never would have thought, my bankruptcy lawyer never would have thought that someone would have called in and pulled something like that. But anyway.
They didn't pull anything.
So getting back to the subject about my wife and everything, 2024, she comes on the stream. Obviously, she's gained weight. Everyone, again, nothing but disgusting, fucked up comments about her. It's absolutely ridiculous and out of control. And since then, basically, she's made it known, I'm just not built like you guys. You know, you people like you, people like other
No, she's definitely not built like us.
What? People, streamers can be on the internet. They can put up with that level of harassment. I can't. It actually hurts me. Like, my brain, my emotions, I get hurt by it. And that's why she's not in my content anymore. And I don't know if she ever will be again, to be frank. Like, after the 2 times she's tried it and it's been that fucked up. The thing is, people like you and me, we're online all the time. People like our fucking trolls, they live terminally online. Like, they're never offline. That's their life, is to just fucking troll people on the internet. To them, they can't even fathom that, like, someone would not understand that you could be trolled if you're on the internet, or that why can't they get it? Why don't they have thick skin? Not everyone does. Not everyone is like that. They live in an offline real world where you don't get bullied every 5 seconds.
It's like a superpower, though, at the end of the day. Like, when I see like real life problems, or like people's real life problems, or they're faking out about it, I'm like, this is easy. You ever been raided by the police or had the FBI call you? Like, that's an actual problem.
And so this is the thing. Like, people say, well, because Phil's wife isn't in his content anymore, she must have left him. No, she's a normal person, and she doesn't want to be harassed and bullied nonstop. So she doesn't want to be in the
pictures
content.
Up on your ex or something, though. Like, you could take pictures with each other. Just cherry pick a really nice picture of you guys together and throw up on X every now and then.
I understand exactly what you're saying. But the thing is, we have, and I say this, people don't want to believe it because they want to believe the toxic, the negative. They want to think that, like, my life sucks because they hate me, right? But in reality, I have a great life. Outside of this room.
You lying sack of shit! You lying sack of shit!
When I'm with my wife, we have the best time together. We have common interests. We have things we love to do, and no one will ever know about them on the internet, and that's a good thing. The fact that we have...
Bro, I saw you two interacting. It's rare to see a couple with less chemistry than what you two have.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
That private life or whatever, we don't need to share it with the internet because I don't need to brag. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not showing off or anything. I'm good. You know, and I get it. It's nice to have that social aspect, but the fact that we know that we have this stalkerish people after us who will fuck with us, any piece of information we get, we made that pact with each other that unless we make an active decision that she'll be in my content again, it's a complete separation of what's public on the internet versus what's private behind closed doors. And our life has been dramatically better since we made that separation. So understand, we're happy. She hasn't left me. It's just that we don't want to fuck with that. Why put extra stress on our life together by putting it public when we don't need to? We're happy as we are. But that's just one case where people like your mods or your viewers or trolls.
I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure my wife has been on stream, not on camera, but has actually been on stream more times than his wife has. And he streams every day, which is crazy to think about. I do wish my wife, Mrs. Beliefs, would pop up on stream more often, but, you know, she doesn't want to do it. Quite frankly, I don't blame her.
Or whoever it is, they come to your streams and they say something. And they're like, here it is. And you're like, oh, really? And then you start commenting on it. And next thing you know, you believe it and everyone believes it. It's not true. And this happens a lot in your content. They goad you into stuff. Oh, Phil said he's going to beat you up. I never said that, but that's what they want you to believe. And now they've got the clip. They've got that piece of information they want to run and make their videos from. And listen, they do it to me too. They do it to me too. They get my goat too sometimes. But I think it's kind of the thing with you where that's one of the reasons why they latch onto your stuff.
Try not to be boring.
So you're saying sometimes it's intentional. You'll give them that because you think it's
100%. Like the whole Aldi's thing I created was intentional.
Was that the thing where you said that you had stock in something that you can't hold stock in or something like that?
Yes.
And they bit right into it.
They bit right into it. Like, because I'm like, listen, guys, Aldi's, we're about to go into a recession. The economy is not in the best of shape right now. The tariffs are going to kick in. People are going to go to the low market grocery stores, and places like Aldi's is going to go up because people can't afford Food Lion or Publix anymore. Like, they're going to go to the cheap grocery stores. So you should buy stock in Aldi's right now because it's only going to go up. And everybody's like, you can't buy stock in Aldi. You know, it's like, of course you can't, motherfucker. But guess what? I know you're here. I know you're lurking. Now I can ban your bitch ass because everything I've noticed about is they're all fucking crypto bros. Every one of them's a crypto bro, and they're all like stock market, Wall Street bets kind of guys. They're all this like human incel incarnate. Like, I bet their fucking room has a tangible barrier of smell. Like, 'cause they don't take fucking baths.
Good Lord.
It's crazy.
Where's this coming from?
I wouldn't doubt you. For me, I mean this seriously. A lot of people won't believe me. I don't pay attention to what my trolls are doing or saying. I just don't want to know.
Oh,
And then people
fuck
bring it up on my
you.
stream, and that's how I
You
hear about the
lying
next meme or
sack
the
of
next bullshit that's
shit.
going
You
on.
lying sack
But,
of
like, I don't know
shit.
anything about him. Like, I didn't even know a guy named Duty or Duty Streams existed until
You
like
know
a
Duty?
year ago. I never heard of him. I had no clue this guy. What people will say on my stream. Oh, Duty. I'm like, what the fuck's Duty?
Duty is so fucking confusing, dog. Like, because Duty got money. Like, he's got like real fucking money.
Wasn't he?
like,
Wasn't he one of your
he-
trolls? People said he was your troll first.
At
And then,
one point, yeah, but he found me boring and he latched onto you.
it's
But,
not
like,
that he
I'm
found you
like,
boring. He
dude,
probably.
you got real fucking money and you spend all your day dealing with Phil.
Well, yeah, it's not, it's like you said. I think a lot of people, they look at these people and they're like, well, that guy's just unhinged or whatever. And to some extent, I think that's the case. I'll be honest. I do feel like there's a group of people who have now grown up. Now, not Duty because he's older, right? But there's a group of people who've grown up on the internet their entire lives.
What do you mean he's older? How the fuck do you know how old Duty is? Oh, I didn't know anything about him, but apparently you know his age.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Their entire important existence is on the internet. So they actually think this shit matters. Like, oh, I talk shit and harass someone online just like gives them, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. It's all bullshit. To me, what's more important than anything that happens online is what happens outside of here when I'm with my wife and I'm in real life. It's like I say, online, you guys can make fun of me as much as you want, but I hit my goals and everyone takes my money when I'm off the stream. So why the fuck do I care what you're saying about me? Right? Why do I care what video Duty made about me today when I'm good? I just don't give a shit. But
You lying sack of shit.
I feel like there's this weird online culture of people who, like, even if they're okay in life, somehow they feel like the way that they can get any kind of positivity, any kind of feeling of endorphins like running through them is to bring someone down today. Now, they don't have the balls to do anything in real life because if they did, they'd probably go to jail. So instead, they find these resources online to latch on to people and fuck with people online. And this becomes this whole community mentality. These thousands of people on the internet, all I do is fuck with people all day. I want to bring them down to make myself feel good. But, like you said, it's not just weirdo teenagers or to some extent an obsessed group of people who have like hyperfixation on shit. I do think that's part of it. There are people who are like that, but I do believe that there's a group of people who now this has become a
I might
pastime
need a
for them. This is
drink in
actually
a
how they
minute
do jobs in
here.
office to fuck with people.
They create this hive mind, right? And they create this network and they create a narrative. Like the narrative of me is like I'm this fat, ragey person that should be
Coping hard in the illegal chat. Huge DSPW. Okay, pal.
that is the scum of the fucking earth. Like if I did everything that my trolls accuse me of doing, I'd be in jail. I'd be in fucking jail. I'd be in jail for the rest of my life. But the problem I have with it is it creates this community, and this community indoctrinates people into hating you. And all it takes is one sick person that does
What do y'all think? How do you think this is going so far?
isn't clicking all up here in the brain to go do something to somebody. Like I put somebody in jail. Like I put one of my trolls in jail for 8 years.
Wow.
From swatting, because they swatted me. And it's like, dude, you cost Horry County Police like $400,000. You don't think there's going to be a case opened up about this? It's like, don't do that.
No, and
Don't
that's
do
the
that.
thing. They feel like they are immune to any kind of repercussions or any kind of consequences because it's done online. We're still in the early years, the early generation of online existence. We don't have safeguards for a lot of shit, right?
What the fuck are you talking about? The early... Bro, it's 2025. Like, online personalities have been a thing since, like, before 2010. What the fuck do you mean we're in the early stages?
Right now, right? It's like the Wild West still in a lot of ways. Someone's fucking with you. You notify YouTube, you notify X. They don't give a shit. Like, oh, well, file a lawsuit. Well, dude, I'm not making money. I can't be filing frivolous lawsuits left and right. Like, what are you talking about? But maybe in 20, 30 years, things will be different. But as of now, the culture is pretty bad online. It's very toxic. And, anyone who thinks they can get one up on someone and get over on them.
I know you don't like talking about the troll shit, but there's one I have to talk about. And I've always wondered. Because the one I took offense to, because I'm a car guy.
Okay.
Right? I'm a car guy. Like I know cars.
Mhm.
What is the true story behind the Corolla wheel?
Uh-oh.
Corolla wheel. I don't know what that is.
There was a situation, I think Kat was at work, and you stated that somebody stole one of the wheels off of your car.
Yes.
Just one single wheel.
Correct.
Uh-oh.
That's what
Is that
happened.
the true story?
100%.
It wasn't that your wife like curbed the fuck out of it and it blew the tire.
No.
No,
No,
they just went and took just one wheel.
I'm sitting here streaming, okay? And I get a text from my wife who's getting out of work and normally would just be driving home. And she says, I really don't know what to do. Our entire wheel is missing from the car. I said, my reaction was exactly like yours. I was like, that can't really be what happened. There's got to be something going on here. So I'm trying to get the real story out of her. And she's like, no. And she takes a picture. My car is on a fucking tire jack. The entire wheel assembly has been removed, missing. And they left the jack.
At least they left the jack. At least it wasn't on the ground.
Yeah.
Like,
And
one of the issues I have with this picture, I don't know if you've seen this picture in a while, but like, and the reason I was like, this can't be the true story, because like, she's parked in a way that she's taking up like 3 parks. Like, she's not directly in a park. Like, the car is like sitting slightly slanted, and then you can see like the wheels missing and the jack's there, and it's like, huh.
Oh, I have no idea about that. When I got there,
this was deep. This is deep within like you had the person link your bank stuff.
Oh, that was
well.
way
Like,
that was way earlier. That was like 3-4 years earlier before that. Because this is only like
Well,
2 years
it
ago.
might feel like the same. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I don't know about the.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it was a couple of years, but not like 3 or 4 years. Like, bro, I haven't even been in the Tractorverse for 4 years.
Parking position. I know that was a mall parking lot, and obviously mall parking lots. Who knows how they paint the lines in that? I have no fucking clue. But the whole
Or
fucked
you
up
just
thing
say
about
can't park.
I don't know. I really have no idea. You want to know the truth? Not once ever has she driven the car when I've been in it. When we're together, I drive. 100%.
Well, I can't say that. I'm the same way. My wife hates driving when I'm there because I critique her driving because she drives like a woman.
Hold on. Repeat that.
I have no fucking clue. But the whole
Or
fucked
you
up
just
thing
say
about
can't park.
I don't know. I really have no idea. You want to know the truth? Not once ever has she driven the car when I've been in it. When we're together, I drive. 100%.
Wow.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Okay, am I being like a pedantic dork here? You live with someone, how long have they been married for? 6 years? 7 years? You've never been in the car together where she's driven once. Does that sound a little fucked up to anyone other than me? Like, there was some time where I did majority of driving for my family, but now I've kind of shifted. My wife does quite a bit of driving. Like, if we're all going out together, like jump into the minivan, my wife does the driving. But my justification is, it's like, look, for like over 5 years, I was the one doing all that. So now we're kind of evening it out here. Like, the idea that you live with someone for over 5 years and they never do any of the driving, that sounds a little weird.
I can't say that. I'm the same way. My wife hates driving when I'm there because I critique her driving because she drives
What do
like a
y'all
woman.
think?
She
And I'll say
just,
this. You can be
Please
sexist
let me
to
know.
Women.
I don't
are
want to
bad
be
drivers
like here,
as a
like
species.
all I know is
sounding
when we're
insane.
together, she would rather that I do it. So I don't care. I need to practice. Dude, I drive way less than she does. She's out here, several times a week working. I only leave the house 1-2 times a week to drive. So I need to practice driving so I don't
So
get
you
fucking
ever
rusty.
get in the car and just be out of gas?
No, because I do keep an eye on it. I do, and she's good at telling me when we're low on gas, so that, we know to get it. Either she gets it on the way home or we'll get it when we're out or whatever, not a big deal there.
Dude, I would
But-
hate to live the life you're living right there, dude. My wife treats a car like a garbage can,
Oh, man.
like an absolute garbage can. I'm like, dog, we don't pay $20,000-$30,000 to throw trash in the floorboard. Come on now.
You got to buy the bags and shit. Like, we have those bags you put behind the seat. So when you have trash, you fill up the bag, and then I just dump those out every once in a while. But I just want you to think of it this way. The tire is completely removed. Not the tire. The entire wheel assembly was removed. So I lost everything, the entire assembly. And I show up and I'm staring at it. I can't believe it. The mall security can't believe it. Bystanders can't believe it. We're all just
There
like,
were
what
no
the fuck
cameras?
happened? Oh, there's cameras. The problem is I live in Washington State. The most, second or third most liberal state in the country where no one cares. So we called the police. They said, file an online
What do
report.
you mean no one cares? What the fuck does the fact that it's a liberal state have to do with anything? If anything, wouldn't they care too much?
What? We filed the online report. We sent the pictures. We gave the information to the mall security. Okay? The police literally never contacted us. They didn't care. Not
Dude,
a
I
big
would-
deal.
You didn't follow up, you retard.
One of the video footage just to put online just to make the money off of it.
Oh, you mean like
that
of the car, like
yeah,
walking around the car?
Like if somebody just taking my fucking wheel off my shit, I'm like, all right.
Oh,
dude,
I see what you're
wheel.
saying. Yeah, we did
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
them all for that. We said, can we have the footage? And they said, we're not allowed to give that out to the public. We can only give it to the police if the police request it. And the police never cared. They never investigated. Or if they did, they
Well,
never even
But you
told us.
didn't follow up.
They didn't care.
Well, since you had a police file, like you filed a police report, obviously, right?
Mhm.
That would mean it would be the Freedom of Information Act. You could actually go through that since it actually involved in a crime. You're entitled to that footage. It's not like they can't give it to you. Like,
Yeah. I guess if they requested it, then it should be
Yeah.
there in
so
that
you
police
should have had a caseworker. Like
No,
they're
you
literally
can
just give
request
like, write a
it.
report. They'll give you like somebody to contact.
Yeah.
You'd contact that guy and you'd open a FOIA request.
I don't know. I got nothing. I couldn't believe it.
How much did that cost you? Because you have a relatively new car, like a 20 plus.
No,
so
it's a 2017. It's a 2017.
27. That's well,
Yeah.
Damn, I'm old. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
you got
20 years
to
old.
understand it's almost
A
10 years
fucking
old. I know.
2017 that he is doing, he took like a loan for it, which there's no knock on that, but it was a used Corolla and he's financed it for 6 years. Imagine doing that. Imagine financing a used car for 6 years.
What? It feels like it's new.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
No, dude, I'm not lying again. I'll say this, and people will say he's full of shit. It cost almost $700 to get the whole thing replaced because it was the entire assembly. It's not just a tire. I'm fucking replacing everything.
Yeah, the wheel. Yeah,
the
you got
whole
the wheel.
wheel.
And the tire.
You have to order it. They don't just have that shit sitting around. You order it. They fucking comes in a few days, and it's ridiculous
And now it
amount of
doesn't
money.
match the other ones because it's new. and all
It
the
actually
other
did.
ones have,
I
like,
lucked out. I lucked out. It does pretty much match that. And I bought the fucking those special nuts that lock now. You need a key to fucking get the nuts off, so now no one can steal my tires anymore. I put the
Well,
special ones
they
on.
still can, but yeah,
It'd be a lot harder. They wouldn't
it's
case my car.
harder. It take them 2 or 3 extra minutes.
And that's the thing. I don't think they're very afraid out here to do it. It's not. I'm pretty sure everyone saw them doing it in the. There was literally in the middle of the mall parking lot, surrounded by other people in cars. They didn't give a
But
shit.
nobody cares. Nobody cares because I wouldn't. My niece called me. She's like, I locked my keys in my car, so she's at the mall. I'm over here jamming her door open and like reaching over to grab her to grab keys out. And just people walk by. I could be stealing the car as far as they fucking know. Nobody gives a shit.
Unreal what's happened here in our country, man, and how things have gotten bad. I mean, I went from Connecticut to
that's
Washington.
the old man saying they've always been bad. Like we're actually safest now than we've
Wait, hold on. You
been
went from
in,
Connecticut
the
to
history of
Washington? This should be good.
humanity, right? Because there's so many checks and balances. There's so much cameras. Like in 1950s and 60s, these motherfuckers just walked up and keyed your car and busted your windshield and just walked away, and nobody ever gave a shit about it.
And that is true to some extent, but at the same time, I feel like because of internet culture, now everyone just thinks that everything is okay to do. Like back then, it was like you knew you were doing something awful to fuck with someone, and you were intentionally making that step, and it was like a big thing. Oh shit, I'm gonna be a deviant. I'm a badass now because I'm going to key this guy's car. Today, it's like, hey, let's just fuck with someone. It's fine. Who cares? Steal this, fuck this person's car up, pop their fucking tires, harass them online, send them feces in a bag. Who cares? Right? It's all good. Everyone just does it. I feel like society has gotten a lot worse in the last like.
Well, maybe it's because I think
years.
it's from your perspective because me and you are different because we pretty much pioneered like the online trolling. Like we were the first people in line to get fucked with online, but now it's kind of like.
Okay.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Trended upwards. Like more people I've noticed like more and more content creators get fucked with. It's like
Wings,
fading out.
when did you actually start on YouTube? I don't even know the answer to that question. When did you begin making content?
Very first video was January 28th, 2008.
So you beat me. You actually did. Because I think mine was like the middle of 2008. I was at a Street Fighter tournament just covering it. Like I wasn't making a video playthrough or anything. I was just like filming the cabinets and shit. So dude, we're in this together like exactly the same amount of time. Like been doing it like we're on year 18 now of content.
No, you know where I first met you at? I met
What's
you
that?
through a conversation with Hutch as your daddy. Remember Hutch?
Of course. Yeah. That's
We were
interesting.
in a
No,
Skype
who's
call. We were in a
Hutch?
Skype call, and this is right when Machinima kicked off. So this is like 2009, 2010. It's in 2009, 100% 2009. And he comes in complaining about you. Like he is so frustrated with you because he was apparently your caseworker. He had just got his job at Machinima. They had hired him. He was your caseworker, and you didn't want to put on the watermarks on your videos because you did so many videos.
Yes. Yeah.
You remember this conversation? I've always wondered like what your side of the story of this was.
100%. Because my content was so different from what Machinima was doing. Machinima was trying to get someone who was like a specialist or a guru or a really good player at a particular kind of game to pump out this like edited content. Here's my quick scoping montage. Here's, and then if you're doing that, of course, one video you're putting out, you put the watermark on it. Not a big deal. I wasn't doing that. I was doing raw playthroughs. So any given day, and by the way, back then YouTube could only do 10-minute videos.
And have a
Remember?
Mrs.
So,
Delete
here I am.
I like that back in the day.
Well, yeah, you could pump out a shit ton of content, get a whole bunch of ads and shit on it. It was great.
Yeah.
But so here I am, I'm doing a playthrough. I get the new
Those
game in the
were the
morning, I pop it
days.
in my Xbox 360, I start recording. Within 4 hours, dude, I've got like 24 fucking videos. Now, we're not talking 2025 technology. We're talking 2010, 2011 PCs.
Oh, you were on the camera back then, weren't you?
I was. Now imagine taking that camera footage and running each fucking video through a video editor just to add a fucking watermark. That would have taken days. Like no exaggeration. Each video takes an hour or two, even if it's 10 minutes. Back then, it takes that long. So you're talking, you want me to upload my videos 3 days late because you want your fucking watermark on it? Like, are you insane? So I told him no. I said, listen, if I do edited video, if I'm doing a vlog, I'll play the intro or whatever. There is zero chance I'm putting this watermark on these gameplay, this raw gameplay. It would hinder me so much. I wouldn't be able to pump it out. And the thing was, at first they were pissed, but after they saw the amount I was putting out and the amount of views and money I was making, all of a sudden they clammed right up and didn't give a shit. When they realized that the cut that they were getting back then, they were making a lot of money on me.
No, what they said was, this isn't worth going to war over. We can just milk this for as much as we can.
Machinima fucking hated me. Absolutely hated me because like they lost money on everything I ever done. Everything I ever done, they lost money on. I think the vast
Oh,
majority
that's nice
of people
to admit.
lost money because like back day, like Google had like invested in Machinima,
Mhm.
so they gave them like $28 million or some shit, and then they gave it to people with not business tags but gamer tags, right? Like these weren't businessmen; these were like people that played games casually that ran the Machinima channel. And they're like, oh, where's $28 million? What do we do? Well, let's get some contracts. Let's lock it up so nobody else can do it. So they gave everybody these ludicrous contracts.
Yep.
I remember Kyle had a contract where he got like $3 for every 1,000 views that he put on his channel.
It's
it's-
significantly more than I was making too.
Yeah, yeah. Like I looked at him like, fuck, Kyle, you balling, Playboy? Because I think I got $2. I think that's what I got.
That was like the standard was the 2, and the
Good
big guys got
Lord.
the 3. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. And like it was obscene money. And then they initially they only did it on ads that were on the computer. But then
Right.
everybody complained, and then they put it on phone ads too. Because like everybody wanted to watch on the phone. 70% of my viewership is phone, 30% is people on the computer. I'm only getting paid for 30% of my fan base here.
Right.
But when they did the whole thing, that's what tanked Machinima. As soon as they said, okay, we'll pay you for the phone ads too. This is before phone ads got to where they could monetize them.
Right.
That's where they started bleeding money. And it's like, oh, the paychecks were so nice.
They were, it was, I couldn't believe it. I mean, the pay
Boy, listen to these people just reminisce about the good old days of the easy money. God, I wish I'd been able to take advantage of that, but I was too busy working the 9-to-5 jobber.
checks were so good. There was 1 month that they paid me. They had to send me 3 separate payments because they had maxed out the amount you could send on PayPal in 1 month. So they had to send me 3 transactions. They couldn't just do one. I was like, holy shit. It's crazy. All I'm doing is fucking around. I'm just playing a game and dicking around and making jokes as I play a fucking game, and I'm making this much money. I'm
And
making
all that money was pissed away so fast.
no exaggeration. I made 3 to 4 times as much as what I was making at my office job before that. just fucking around with video games. Like, this is insane. And I knew it wasn't sustainable. I knew there was no way that was going to last forever. The bubble was going to fucking burst somewhere, and things had to give, because those were like nutty days of fucking, profits out the ass just for fucking around.
What was your
You lying sack of shit!
No, that's what everyone around you is telling you, but you just refuse to believe it.
first check?
My first check from Machinima, or my first check from YouTube?
No, Machinima. Mine was $22,000.
It wasn't that much, because I had a slow start, because so what happened with me was I had my gaming channel.
I'm not talking about like when you just had to put videos on Machinima. I'm talking about your personal channel, the first month of your personal channel.
Fuck, I don't remember. Let me put it in perspective. Right before I signed with Machinima, okay, I had a personal channel that wasn't with Machinima, it was vlogging, and all my fans went and watched the videos. The 1 month I made $13,000. The second month I made $18,000, and then YouTube kicked me out of AdSense saying that there was fraud because I was making too much money. And that was just
No, you retard. You told people to click the ads. Christ.
Then I went to Machinima, and so probably I was making a little less. I have had months bigger than 22,000 now. A couple, not too many.
Yeah.
But I had a couple that were.
Yeah,
bigger
like
than
I remember, dog. I went from I had money going into YouTube.
I don't even make 22 grand now. Fuck.
Had money. I'm not like a fucking Warren Buffett over here, but like I did well for myself because I was a melter and I was going to school for metallurgy and things like that. And I worked at a factory. I was a melt deck operator. Ran the crane, drove forklifts, so I made good money for my area. But I was a fat guy, and then the 2008 housing crash happened. That's what got me into YouTube. The 2008 housing crash. Like the banks just said, "Fuck you." The economy went.
Yep.
I got laid off. I got laid the fuck off. So like I'm over here. I got a year of unemployment coming to me. I'm gonna take this fucking year off. I'm gonna play some fucking video games. So I started playing video games, and then we started like. I'm like, well, I want to record these video games. So like, I went and got a Dazzle. Remember the Dazzles?
Yeah, I remember I had one.
The SD Dazzle capture cards. I got that bitch home. I hooked it up. I'm like, I cannot play like this because I had an HD TV back then. I had a 1080p Samsung HD TV, and I'm like, I had to play in 480p to record on the Dazzle.
Oh, God.
I couldn't see shit. It was so blurry.
Yeah.
So I went on eBay and I ordered the Hyapog HD PVR. That was back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Because I had money. Like I worked 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. Like I accidentally saved 50 grand one time in my life. Like I accidentally did it. I didn't get time off work. I didn't have time to spend money. All I could do was like go to work, come home, eat some Burger King, go to fucking sleep, go back to work. That was my life. I didn't have time to spend money. I didn't have time to do money. All I could do was make it. So like it was like $800 HD PVR was brand new. So I was like,
Damn.
God damn, $800. Oh.
Shit was expensive back then.
it was new technology.
Yeah.
It was brand new technology, and it got around like the PlayStation, like HD copyright protection. That was one of its big selling points because it used components. And
Yes.
they only had it on the HDMI plug. And that was what made me successful. I was one of the very first channels to have HD content without filming it, like with a camera or something like that, because it was rare to have like the computer and the HD capture card at the same time.
Right. My claim to fame was I was the guy who bought all the big AAA releases on release day, literally played the living shit out of them, and within 2-3 days, I had the full playthrough on YouTube. I was the guy to go to see the new release right away because my work ethic was like, bust my ass to finish this game.
Work ethic. Christ. Actually, I need to step away for a minute here. I'll be quick, but I'll be right back. We get to watch more of this old men commiserating about the good old days of bringing in 5 figures a month, just fucking playing video games and having to beg for money. Those are definitely the good old days. Actually, I think I have a good song for that we'll play. I'll play this during the break. We'll be right back, folks.
as quick as I could. Now the video quality sucked. You know, it was a camera.
But it's
pointed
also
at
like
the
your
TV.
downfall too, though, right?
Well, yes and
Yeah,
no,
we're
because
back.
after a while, you realize your competitive edge goes away when the industry changes, and that's what happened. Is no one cared about that anymore because people were already getting the games 2 weeks early. These fucking people had contracts with the publisher to get a game and put out a playthrough or a stream so early that me getting the game on release day, I was already late to the game. I couldn't get it. You know, I wasn't getting it early like they were. And you know, my advantage was I'm using a camera to film, so I could get the footage out quicker than everyone else.
We did it illegally.
What's that?
Like the COD community, we would go get the game illegally because they would sell them in pallets, and you
Oh,
could get
right.
off the pallet, and you find a less than outstanding citizen of the United States, and be like, hey, I'll give you $400 for that game right now. Just make it disappear.
Right. And so
That's how we got our games early.
there you go. And that's what happened. The game became more about being the first, and I couldn't do it anymore because I wasn't getting the games early. I wasn't paying for them early. I wasn't in with the crowd who was getting everything. You know, oh, you're the God's gift to fucking content creation. You kiss all the butts, so therefore you get all the games early. That was never like that. I was always this independent, very outspoken dude. And so
I don't know. I don't think this is like I kind of went into this thinking this is gonna be like super boring. We're not saying this is like fucking like captivating, but it is at least somewhat interesting. What do y'all think? I mean, I think it's not bad. It's not great, but I mean, compared to the fucking Cat interview, well, not interview, but like when Cat was on stream, like this is 1,000 times better. Probably not as good as when Review Tech came on, but that was like a crazy fucking scenario. And that was also Rich just like realizing, okay, I have a once in a lifetime opportunity here and I'm just gonna fucking jump on it.
that competitive advantage went away. And then as the advantage is going away, everyone's also going to direct capture, and I'm using a camera to pump out my videos, and it looked like shit. So I'm like way behind the curve, and that's why I had to play like catch up.
So why were you such a late adopter of the capture card?
Yeah.
Like, you said you were making $20,000-$30,000. Like you had the money to get the computer to capture card.
Oh, yeah.
Why not adopt over early and wait so late?
For me,
Yeah.
like, here's the problem with me, and I can look at it now. You know, they say hindsight's 20/20. You can look back 10 years and 15 years, say, what the fuck was I thinking, right? But back then, I was the guy who was getting the views, getting all the talk and the buzz about his playthroughs and things on YouTube. And when people would say to me, well, why don't you change? I'm like, well, why would I change? My viewers tell me that with my style, I mean, getting that camera and hooking it up and just making these videos quick, it feels like I'm sitting next to them on the couch, like we're playing the game together, like it's a social thing. I'm just sitting
You
there with
lying
you.
sack
You know,
of
this is before I
shit.
live streamed or whatever. There was no interaction. But because of the style of filming I use, people actually felt like, hey, it's like my brother or my friend, and we're sitting there and we're playing the game together, doing commentary together on it. I thought that was an advantage. And a lot of people, like my oldest fans, told me that was an advantage. To this day, I have fans who've been with me since the beginning. They say the camera years were the golden years of DSP, where, you know, that was really it. The big days of when, you know, you had your best content. But I just listened to the wrong people, I think. And I basically was full of myself. And I thought my shit didn't stink. And I don't care that everyone else is adopting and getting better. I could still do it my way. That's what differentiates me and sets me apart from the group. And to be honest, it wasn't until I'd say around 2012 that the direct capture stuff got really good to the point where it looked way better than mine. Like mine stuff looked okay for what it was. And I did improve my cameras. I did buy more cameras that went higher grade HD and better lighting. I had one of the big ass lens. So now it looked almost like it was direct capture. But it wasn't until like maybe 2012. Oh, now it's way better than what I'm doing. And now I'm just coping. Now I'm just making excuses for why
Yeah,
not.
but
change,
I would get annoyed with just like having to do the light because like sometimes like you try to
yeah.
capture something, you got to get the aspect ratio the same as the game, and the lighting on the TV has to be just right because like that's what you did well. Like you really captured the TV better than everybody else captured the TV.
Yeah, I was
'Cause
literally.
would have.
I would have the camera right
What
here
an
in front of me. And so
accomplishment.
there's three different things you got to do. You got to change the brightness, you got to change the ISO rating or whatever it's called, because that's the amount of light or whatever that's coming into the fucking lens. There's like 3 things you have to adjust, and I'm doing it on the fucking fly while I'm playing and commentating at the same time in every single video from back then. So it was a tremendous amount of work. I wasn't just sitting here playing the game. I was actually doing all this camera work too, and no one ever
Yeah, and imagine how much fucking easier it would have been if you just used a capture card.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
saw that because no one's sitting next to me when I'm fucking filming. You know,
But you said you busted your butt to get through the game as quickly as humanly possible as a way to get the game out as fast as possible. But you still do that, and it's probably how I found you again because you had this is how you don't play series. I know you fucking hate these things.
I can't wait to hear this.
don't play anymore. That's for sure. Like I did
I mean,
at first.
Yeah.
I don't care about it anymore. I honestly,
You lying sack of shit. You lying sack of shit.
This guy stinks!
I wish more people would make this is how you don't play, and less people would just make shit up about my personal life and shit. You know what I mean? Like say my gameplay sucks and laugh at how bad my gameplay is. I'm cool with that, as long as you're not saying horrible things about my family and fucking stuff that's just
No,
not
yeah,
true.
that's because the bar's been raised. They've been slowly raising the bar. I remember, but the Outsider.
Mhm.
That's how I found you again. And like
Ooh, Outsider, this should be good.
you did a playthrough of Dark Souls 2, and I always credit that playthrough of Dark Souls 2 is what got me into Dark Souls. Period.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because like Dick Lightning, you basically had this character where you use like the lightning throwing weapon the entire way through, and they made a video of it. But they made a video of it and they showed you succeed, right? And like I was in this is 2014, 2015, just got kicked off of Painkiller already. My life's in the pits. I'm living off savings at this point. I just got kicked off Machinima, got kicked off of PK a year later. I have virtually no income, right? Virtually no income. I made $9,000 that year for the entire year.
Wow.
Just like residuals off of YouTube or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And I was just depressed. I was straight depressed. Like people always make fun of me because I said Fallout 4 saved my life, because Fallout 4 came out in 2016. And like I was in such a bad mental state. And Dark Souls is another game that helped me get through that. And I wouldn't have found it without you making that playthrough of Dark Souls. Well, you making that playthrough and then people making fun of you.
Making fun of it. Exactly.
Because like I watched Outsiders playthrough and it showed you lose over and over and over again. But what he did different than all the other don't plays, and what I found like really like, okay, this is great.
How do you think Phil feels listening to this? This is what one of your detractors did so well versus everyone else. Who wants to hear this?
He showed you succeed. Right? You lost to the Ruined Sentinels like 46 times.
Yes.
But he showed you beat the Ruined Sentinels too. And I'm like, fuck, man, I want that in my life. I want that level of like, I need to win, right? I want something where I can overcome and win. As a fat motherfucker, you can't overcome and win at a lot of things physically.
This is like someone saying that they got inspired to play Metal Gear Solid 3 because he went after the end with the shotgun. Like, would this inspire any of you? No matter how depressed you were? It's like, whoa, I saw you fucking banging your head against the wall. And that inspired me to, like, try to accomplish that. I'm not making the connection here. Are any of you? Please help me here. I'm dying out here.
So like I went out and bought Dark Souls 2, and now I have 5,000 hours into the series, and people don't watch me play them anymore because I'm so good at them. But Dark Souls is my depression game. When I'm starting into my Dark Souls age, that's when I'm like not mentally there. And people, my stream is Depression Souls, but like it's the game I can play because it keeps your brain active just enough so you don't think about anything else in life.
Yeah.
Right.
And how much you want to bet when you're playing those games, those are the streams where you can talk with your chat, you have meaningful conversation. You know what I mean? Those are your chill streams. I call them chill streams. That's my Pokemon right now, where I'm just chilling with my audience. We're having it out about other things. We don't have to worry about any stressful shit. You know what I mean? And we're just having a good time together. That's what it's about.
Something earlier about the chill streams versus Battlefield, and I agree with you, but I find with my personal channel, when I don't play first-person shooters, I get less viewers. Like people come to me, but not because they want to interact with me, because they want to see me upset. They don't care if I do well. They don't care if I interact with them. They want to see me rage and have a hissy fit moment.
Now we're going to get to the meat of it, because this is something I wanted to talk with you about. It's something that I have come to a realization about recently. I think I might be able to help you maybe a little bit. You don't have to take any advice that I give. You don't. You know, I don't know any better than you. It's something that has happened to me. It's like
who the fuck would take any of your advice, Phil?
Light bulb went off above my fucking head. Okay, so here's the thing. I agree with you. For example, if I play a new FromSoft game or another ultra challenging game, to see me rage because I failed a million times, people love that shit, right? You're always going to get the views on that. People are going to rush to the stream. They're going to clip it. They're going to talk about it. Ha ha ha. Fighting games are my FPS for you. Like for you, it's FPS, Call of Duty, or whatever. For me, it's fighting games. I play the new Street Fighter, and I fucking hate the game, and I'm so pissed that it sucks, and I'm fucking raging at that shit, and that will bring in attention.
It doesn't suck. You just suck at it. Like, I will admit, Street Fighter 6 is a fucking fantastic game. I think it came out 2024. It was my game of the year that year. Having said that, I suck at it. If any of you have watched my gameplay streams of it, it's like watching a retard play. But I still enjoy it.
Herein lies the problem with that. That attention is not attention that will pay you money. Now, I want you to follow this reasoning, because people today with content creation,
this should be good.
Any attention is good attention, and they think, hey, popularity at any cost, right? But here's what I found. You have to find what works for the people who are actually going to care about you, who are actually going to show up to your streams and support your streams and want you to succeed. And it may be way less. For example, when I'm playing Pokemon, I'm not pulling in 300, 400, 500 viewers. I'm probably pulling in 200. But the people who watch Pokemon love it. They're there, they're engaging, they're a positive crowd. They're paying me money to name a Pokemon in my playthrough because they like it so much. They just want to chill with me. Oh, I can name your Pokemon. We can use them in the game today. That's awesome.
Like you so much. Okay, pal.
What?
It doesn't matter to me that I only have 200 viewers, because now it's about that level of having the viewer that actually cares about you and your content, not about getting that personal satisfaction out of seeing you suffer. And I was bad at that. Do I ever feel like a failure? Yeah,
because like when my viewers are down like that, I'm like, my shit's not growing. I've been doing this shit 19 years. Like, because I'm always afraid of like one day I'm gonna wake up and people just don't show up and I click start streaming.
Your level of success, Jordy, I believe you tie it to views. I truly believe this. Like, you think if more people are watching you, that's a good thing. I disagree. I actually think it's about engagement and positivity and having a community that cares about the content you're putting out enough that they will support it, not that they will just watch it to laugh at you. And so for example, with Battlefield, that just went down, okay? And also, I just played a game, Sonic Racing Crossworlds. It was a racing game with all the Sonic characters in it. I'm playing these games. First stream does well, because it's the premiere stream. It'll always do well. I'll get good views. I'll make good money on the premiere stream. Second stream, both of these games.
Bullshit. How many times has he done a premiere stream and it didn't do well enough, and so he wage quit it? That's what he did with fucking Song in the South.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I'm sure there's other ones that I can't think of, but that's the one I can think off the top of my head. He played it for like 2 hours and then rage quit it. Or wage quit, excuse me. WAGE.
Playing and raging it though. You know, I'm sucking at Sonic. I don't know how to play this game. I'm failing every race. I'm last place. I suck. Battlefield. I'm getting killed nonstop, pounded, fucked up, right? Everyone's laughing. Views, you know, okay. But what happens is after a bit, I realize something. I'm not making any money on this. I'm not. Why? Because the people who do that, what are they doing? They're now going to the clip channel. They're now going to the illegal restreamer that's restreaming this right now. Like right now, I probably have 800 viewers. My restreamers probably have 10,000 viewers between them all. Okay? They're the ones who benefit from me getting angry, from me raging at the game and sucking at the game. Where I really benefit is when I find those games where I either do well, and therefore my audience enjoys seeing me do well, or where it's a chill experience, like the Pokemon, like I just said. Then the audience comes by and feel like they're an organic part of that experience. They are, oh, we can interact with you, we can have a conversation. Hey, I'll support you now. I'll throw you a few bucks because we just had a lot of fun together. That's what's working for me today. And I've just in the last year and a half, I came to this realization. I have actually, I'm not kidding, increased my income probably by about 1/3 by doing this, by cutting the bullshit out. I played Battlefield 3 streams. On stream 3, everyone in stream was trolling. No one was contributing. Fuck Battlefield. The fuck do I need this game for? I don't need this shit. I can play 10 other fucking games that will work or not work, but I know Battlefield don't fucking work. Why am I going to torture myself with this shit? Now, there are some exceptions. For example, any FromSoft game or any ultra difficult Souls game, right? Those, I feel like your rage is a natural part of the organic experience of playing that game. You're going to fail a million times. That's okay. Because you're going to
fail.
They want to see you fail. It's entertaining to see you.
Bill Roy does come across as a guy who really doesn't get a lot of verbal communication with people. I mean, yeah, I know he talks to his audience every day, but in terms of like personal interaction with someone, he's not getting a healthy amount of it. Which probably says quite a bit about his relationship with his wife, doesn't it? Like, you should be still getting some sort of like a healthy interaction with your spouse. I don't think he's even getting that, given just the verbal diarrhea that he just spews out like at this stuff whenever he goes on stream with someone else. It's just a complete takeover of the conversation. I mean, am I wrong here? Please help me out here, folks.
Fail, and then when you finally overcome, wow, now everyone wins, right? There's exceptions. It's not always, oh, rage is bad. But for the most part, I don't need it. For example, I played Street Fighter 6 for 2 years. The game came out the first year. I liked the game a ton, played the shit out of it, had like 7, 8 characters at like master rank, which is
I used to be a fighter guy too. Like nobody likes the fighting games that they play. Because when you play them at a high level, you start to see the flaws of the system itself. Yes. Oh, this character has like a 1-frame startup. This character, it's all about spacing and abusing frames and like playing the psychic. You're a fighter guy. You know what I'm talking about.
The problem is with modern fighters.
You hate every game you're good at.
With modern fighters, they dumb it down, and now it's so boring to play. They used to be a lot more fun because it was more about just reacting to the moment. Now it's like memorize a pattern and just do the pattern 17 times in a round. Oh, I win. Boring. I fucking go to sleep playing that shit. But the first year of Street Fighter 6, I'm doing good. The second year of Street Fighter 6, I'm raging because I don't like it anymore. I've actually played out now, right? It's tired. My honeymoon period with Street Fighter 6 is gone, and I just don't like it anymore. And people are still begging me to play it. I'm like, why the fuck would I play Street Fighter 6? It's just gonna.
Bro, you bought 3 copies of it and got what? 2 joysticks or 2 like arcade sticks for it. Ugh. And during this whole time, he didn't bother getting his cat blood work. Getting a fucking, arcade stick for Street Fighter 6 was much more important than actually caring for his cat, his, family.
Piss me off. You're going to watch and laugh at my rage, but no one's going to care. My actual viewers who care about me don't want to see me suffer, and those are the people who support my content. Those are the people that throw me the sub, throw me the membership, throw me the super chat, send me a tip, donate a game. Those are the people. So why do I give a shit about what my restreamers, my clippers, and what they want? I'm done feeding the trolls. And I think that's something that's tough for you because you still see yourself as
coming up
it's all
kind
about
of weird
views,
on my
it's all about
end.
getting that attention at any cost. But who cares what attention you're getting if it doesn't benefit you? You know what I'm saying?
Because I felt like I was on the cusp of breaking out multiple times, and my trolls stopped it. Like Battlefield 1 came out, and I was not the biggest person on Twitch at the time of Battlefield 1, but I was number 1 to 3. I had 1,500 viewers every stream. People would come in that I'd never seen before, and that's when when new people come in that don't know anything about you. That's it's like okay. And then that got shut down because they started doing the conga line shit. I don't know if you ever heard the conga line. It's where people join session and throw smoke grenades at your feet, and they'll follow you around. They'll ruin every game.
Oh, they fuck with you. Yeah. Happens to me.
So like, you can't win because there's 10 people on your team following you around throwing smoke grenades at you. So like it's pointless to play at this point. There's no reason to play it. I might just sit here and talk to you because like you can't physically play the game.
Right.
And then the Rainbow stuff happened. And Rainbow, like I was very successful Rainbow on Twitch, and I had 1,200 viewers. I'd start the stream up. I'd instantly have 800 viewers. And I was about to get they had these little charms that you get in game that you can put on your gun. I was about to get that. So like that's $20,000-$30,000, right? Because if you use your Amazon Prime on my Twitch account, you got it in game, right? So if you were subscribed to my Twitch channel, you get this charm in game. So like that's like a $20,000 or $30,000 paycheck for me, right? Trolls got wind of this. So they went back and they, like, I said a bunch of stupid shit on PK. Back in the day, you were young.
Yep.
You didn't really know shit. Like, it's fucking internet. Let's fuck around. Let's just talk about like we're talking like we're boys and shit like that. Said a lot of dumb shit. So they clip it and they take it and they send it to all my ad guys. So like if I ever want ad revenue, it all goes away. And they did this Rainbow. Oh, now all of a sudden I'm out of the charm program.
Yeah.
Out of the charm program. It's like, okay.
I hear you.
Then I got kicked off Twitch shortly after that. And now I'm over here on YouTube and my 1,200 viewers all of a sudden became 400.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, now every donation I get, I don't get the full amount. I get 70% of the full amount. You know, it's like, okay.
The way I see it, I know what you're saying. You want to
But you were getting 50% of it beforehand.
Breaking out and the trolls ruined it and everything. And I've gone through very similar experiences. My viewers know about it. I don't need to go through all that shit again. But the way I see it, and this is my perspective in the modern day, is we're older now. You're about to be 40 soon. I'm 43. Okay. Our audiences, again, like I said earlier, they're not tuning into our content to see us be the big breakout guy, the guy that's going to be doing the crazy strategy in the new game that, wow, I can't believe that they figured that out and now we can tune in. We're not going to go viral for positive gameplay reasons. You know what I'm saying? People are staring at us to see the stupid thing that we do. That's what goes viral. It's not the popular thing or the good positive thing that's ever going to get that attention. I feel like where we are is we have to get to a space where we can find out what's healthy for us, what's healthy for the viewers that support us. Because Jordy, you have viewers who support you. You do. They come by and they're very positive people. They like you and they don't buy into the bullshit of what your detractors say every day about you. Oh, he beats his wife and all this fucking bullshit. Those are the people you need to focus on. That's who you have to have a community based around. Don't worry about, oh, I'm going to.
Yeah, mention the beating the wife thing. I'm sure he loves to hear that.
Perform on a stream so I can beat 200 viewers playing Battlefield. Who cares a shit? Did someone actually come and enjoy your stream and support it today? And if it was 10 people or 100 people or 1,000 people, who cares? As long as you got support, that's all that matters. That's my philosophy now. I don't give a that shit.
My fear with that is like if you constantly do those 150 viewer streams, those 150 viewer streams eventually turn into 100 viewer streams because eventually people get tired of you. Become friends season 7. So if you're never growing and you don't have any kind of growth patterns, eventually, no matter how much somebody likes you, you can't watch the same TV show forever. Like Breaking Bad didn't have season 200. They had like season 8 and people were like, all right, we're done now. Right. Whereas YouTube, me and you, we don't have the choice. We have to be season 200. But like we have to constantly capture a new audience. And that's my fear. Like eventually the people that are there will get bored of me.
You have a point. You do have a point. I think the unique perspective here that I come from that sadly you don't really have, I was always a variety creator. Like from day one, I play every fucking kind of game under the sun and I play a shitload, right? Like I play the fighting games, the fucking shooters, the RPGs, the puzzle games, everything. So if this isn't working, go to the next one. If this doesn't work, go to the next one. And I have a variety of people who watch me for various different genres. Other people who I haven't seen in 6 months and they come back when I play the next RPG and they
I wasn't even due to stream. I was in such a bad mindset.
actually support it, which is crazy to think, right? In your case, your forte, as you've admitted, is Call of Duty. That's what people come out to watch you play is the Call of Duty. Now, there are other things that you like. So you like Dark Souls. We know that. That's like you said, your depression game. That would be your chill stream game, right? What else do you like to do? Like, what else do you enjoy?
Isometric strategy games, Baldur's Gate, Divinity. I play.
Oh, did you play Baldur's Gate 3?
Oh yeah. It didn't do well on my streams because people didn't actually like that content from me. People really show up for me because they want to see me play first-person shooters because I'm good at them. I'm really good at them. Like people say, like, you're like,
okay, pal.
Phil said he'd beat you one, but like I would maul Phil.
And you would
absolutely maul you.
It's crazy that anyone would even think otherwise. It's the same thing. Like, would Jordy beat me in a fighting game? Of course he wouldn't. But who cares?
Maybe.
We're masters at our. Oh, don't even.
I can't beat you in Street Fighter. I can't. Beat you in Street Fighter.
Okay, fair enough. Street Fighter.
Street Fighter, I get mauled. But maybe Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh, you would beat me in Mortal Kombat 1. I suck at that game. I don't play that shit.
I only played 12 hours. I only played it 12 hours.
You would probably still beat me because I hated it. I couldn't fucking stand it. It was just.
I was number 1 in the
world.
world.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 1 was disappointing. Well, even now, like, okay, I guess they mean like Mortal Kombat 1, the recent one, not like the actual Mortal Kombat 1. Welcome, Rydrick.
Hey now.
PS2 for Mortal Kombat Deception.
Oh, so you were in that era of fighting games. All right, that makes sense.
Like Mortal Kombat Deception, PS2. I got ranked number 1 on the PlayStation 2 side of it.
I was the Capcom head, so I was always the Street Fighter games, the Versus series, that stuff. I never really got into Mortal Kombat.
I never do fighting games because fighting games get into my fucking blood. Like you think I rage on Call of Duty? I hate them because like when you lose at a fighting game, you lose to somebody that is doing the most bitch shit humanly possible. Like if he was sitting next to me as a kid on the bed, I'd slap the fucking controller out of his hand. That'd be a fight. There'd be a headlock coming for real.
Oh, thanks for the bits there, Mexicano. I'm sorry the thing didn't come up.
Like, it was just funny because Low-Tier God's a turtler now. Like, he likes to, like...
Oh, he runs away and just throws projectiles constantly. He never
and
attacks.
just plays the anti-air game, yeah.
Like,
I fucking hate
I do have to say, like, I don't stream fighting games often because I get very salty, and I have thrown down a couple of things that I know I shouldn't have said. You know what I mean? I've had to hide it for you streams. Feeling left in this film interview. I don't think it's that bad. Like, it's not as good as side scrollers, but it's definitely better than when Cat was on. Like, there's no earth-shattering things, but it's like, I don't know. I guess I'm interested. Please seals the harder.
Dude,
Oh,
you would absolutely hate Street Fighter 6 because the vast majority of people who play it, they don't even have like
I
a
might have
conscious
thrown out a few
understanding of how fighting games work.
F
They
words.
just went online, they went
I'll
on
just leave
YouTube,
it
they
at
watched their
that.
favorite top player, they memorized their pattern, and they just regurgitate the pattern over and over. And the problem is, it works like a lot, like online, especially because of connections and shit. There's nothing you
I
can do
hated about
about it.
Mortal Kombat 1? I hated that there's combos so big that if you mess up once, you're losing 70% of your health.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like all right, I made 2 mistakes, I lose.
Oh, and that has been my gripe about modern fighting games ever since Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So that was 2011, I want to say. Ever since Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out, every modern fighting game is now based on getting that one hit that leads to an insanely huge combo, and you lose all your health. Now the thing is, it's flashy, so the audience loves it, right? It's entertaining seeing someone get a 70% combo. Oh, the crowd goes crazy. Competitively, that's ass. That's stupid as shit. I was kicking your fucking ass. Oh, I sneezed. Oh, I lose now? What the fuck is this? And that's not how fighting games used to be. Fighting games used to be, you actually had to earn the win through actual skill and reactions, and there's none of they've taken most of that away out of modern fighting
They
games.
took almost all of it away. But like, you know what my favorite fighting game moment of all time is?
What's that?
There was a Tekken tournament where this guy, he used a character named Panda. And Panda was like a mid-tier fighter.
Yes.
And he won the Tekken tournament with Panda.
For those who don't know, Panda
Cat
is an actual panda bear. It's a giant panda bear that you fight with. It's doing kung fu moves. It's hilarious.
yeah. But Panda is not a high-tier character. Because like when you play fighter games, there's fighters
Yeah,
that are
Panda
very
kinda
top of the tier.
suck.
Like they have really good startup moves. They have very safe moves to do, big combos. And then there's characters that
Well, Panda is just a fucking clone of Jack.
like, well, they're in the game. Enjoy them. You know, it's like you can never seriously compete with some characters. And Panda was in the middle. He just hangs out in the middle. He's not really good enough to be in a fighting tournament, but somebody picked him and won the tournament with him. And it's like, that's one of the best videos on the fucking internet. I think between that and Low Tier God versus, God, what's the fuck his name? The guy that looks like a
Vizon.
vampire.
Jay Snyder. Vizon.
Yeah, Vizon. Like, those are the 2 best fighting game videos on the internet. Whatever
Alright.
happened to him?
Who? Vizon?
Vizon, yeah.
He's still around. He's every once in a while. He's mostly a Marvel player. So whenever there's a new Marvel versus game, he'll probably be prominent again because now we've got the new Marvel versus game. It's called like Tokon coming out next year, and there's other ones. So he'll probably come back again. He comes back every once in a while to kick everyone's ass in the versus stuff. He's always been great at that stuff. So, but all right. So here's the thing.
Much
I
longer
told
gotten
everyone
this.
you would be here till roughly 2 p.m. Okay, we got about 20, 30 minutes left. Since we're coming to the end of our time here, this appearance, and thank you, you've been great. I think this has been a great appearance. You know, I
251.
glanced at the chat. Most people who are positive are really liking this for the record. A lot of people are trolls. I don't give a shit. I've been ignoring them the entire time. But before we even think about a journey, so let me ask you, it's been a long time coming. I know for a fact that you've talked about me over the years. You probably know of me and my content. You've watched some of it. Do you have anything you've ever wanted to ask me, honestly, up front? It could be anything. I don't care if it's a troll thing. I don't give a fuck. Do you have anything you ever wanted to ask me? I will answer it for you right now.
Why don't
Okay, hold on. I need to get a quick drink here, but I'll be right back. This will be quick. I'll just be like a few seconds. I'm not even going to put on the BRB screen. I just need to go and cover this up. Yes, he gets to talk to his idol. And we're back. Why is it
In
just
my
so
content, you
delayed?
watch some of it. Do you have anything you've ever wanted to ask me, honestly, up front? It could be anything. I don't care if it's a troll thing. I don't give a fuck. Do you have anything you ever wanted to ask me? I will answer it for you right now.
Why don't you play WWE Champions?
I did. I played it last year. I made a whole bunch of videos on it, and I spent money on it too.
Yeah, well, I would say because like if you put your name into like Google, you know how like Google has like this AI thing.
Mhm.
Like that's the first thing that pops up about you is like
Yeah.
the WWE Champions thing.
I know, it's stupid, isn't it?
Like, I don't think it's that bad. Like, I know a bunch of people said, like, oh, it's boring. It's a waste of time. Like, I'm not saying that, I mean, it's nowhere near side scroller. And it doesn't have, like, the good, like, quick retardation thing that the review tech one had. But, I mean, I'm not bored. Like, I know I'm not saying a lot, but, like, there's not like a bunch of like dead space. Like I feel like it's I find it at least mildly interesting. I wouldn't call it boring, but it's not exciting either. But I mean, none of us would go into this thing. It was going to be like an exciting or like an, oh my god, there's so much cool stuff on this.
But it's like, is it real? Did you really spend like a sports car worth of money on this game?
Well, the game, let's give you a full background. The game came out in 2017. Okay. It's been out since then. So it's like over 8.5 years the game's been out. Since the game came out, yeah, I spent a lot of money on it for sure.
Because like I've seen numbers, and like I'm like, these numbers can't be real.
I've seen
like,
numbers.
Like basing it off like your bank account leaks and everything else. It's like Bill has spent like $100,000 off this game in the last 10 years.
The truth is, I have absolutely no clue how much I've spent. I don't. I really don't. I never tallied it all up or whatever. But
Oh, give me a fucking break. You have no idea. Like, you might have, okay, like, to give an example, I threw down quite a bit of money on Overwatch, like the original. I can't give you, like, an exact amount, but probably, when it's all said and done, at least $1,000. Now, I'm not proud of that, mind you, but I at least have like a ballpark. You can at least throw down like a minimum amount, or at least like some sort of a range within like a couple $100. The idea of like, oh, I have no idea how much I spent. Bullshit. You have some sort of an idea. You're the one who had to keep going to your credit card, the one who kept saying, buy, buy, buy. You have to know. Do you have an exact amount? No. But you have a range. Sort of 3 figures is Genshin. My kids threw a lot of time in the Genshin, but I never gave them my credit card. I don't think they ever bought anything in Genshin. I know I've bought some Robux for them, but if I had to guess between my 3 children, the total couldn't be more than $200. And that's not counting if they got like gift cards from people. I always made sure that like I never had something where they could just click buy with like no repercussion. Well, not so much repercussions, but like they always had to enter in a password or something.
That these people use are always erroneous because here's why. The way mobile games work, there's 2 ways to buy in a mobile game. You can either buy directly through the mobile game, and that's expensive as fuck, or they all have ways to bypass the game and buy outside because they get the money directly, and then the Apple Store or fucking Google Store don't get a cut. Okay? People who actually play these games for real don't ever spend money in the game. You'd be an idiot.
So you perfected the art of getting to the slot machine. Like instead of paying the slot machine's fee, you're like, I'm gonna pay the slot machine repair guy's fee.
Yeah, why on earth would you buy full price ever? You don't. And depending on where you buy, you can get credits that now you get free shit and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
what the fuck are you talking about? That's not how it works. I'm pretty sure those mobile games, no, they're all tied to the App Store or Google Play. I mean, I don't know enough, I guess, about WWE Champions. Do they have a separate store? Like, I know fucking Epic went to court with Google and Apple because they didn't feel like paying the fee, even though they're making fucking more money than a couple of countries did in their GDP every year. But no, they need to have all of it because fucking that they needed all the money. Meanwhile, we haven't had a new Unreal tournament in what, 20 years? Actually, not that long, but pretty fucking close.
On if I was a complete fucking idiot and I opened my wallet and tossed money at the game, I spent $100 grand. No, I didn't spend $100 grand. That's a moron that does that. You use the ways that they provide to save the money, to get the discount, to have the character. By the way, so for example, there's an event going on, right? If you have the character from last month that was the new character in the game, you already beat the event. You didn't have to spend any money because that's how it's built.
But you say it's more to spend $100 grand, but like people are going to take that. Like even if you got 50% off, that's still $50,000 of $100 grand. That's a Chevrolet Tahoe.
You're right.
Like
you're absolutely right. And I think what it is everyone has something that they like to spend money on, right?
Here's the hard question, Phil. Here's the hard question. What was going on in your life at the time that made you go to WWE Champions to get to that point where it's like you had to do this? Like what was the appeal of it? Like did you like being high on the leaderboard? Did you like just being good at the game? Was it something you did while you were like inebriated? Like what headspace are you in?
Were you inebriated? How you know, Dave?
This stuff.
It depends. Like, for example, at first, whenever you start playing something new, and there's the feeling, the endorphin rush that, oh, if I just buy something immediately, I get a bunch of the top tier shit, and now it's like a shortcut into winning. It's not like us playing console games where you want to earn it. In these games, it's literally spend to win. Everyone knows that about mobile games. It's spend to win. So you spend, you immediately get to win. You immediately get that, oh, I level up the good new character. I'm kicking ass. I'm beating all the game modes and stuff like that. For me, mobile games have literally never been more than just a way to have something passively relaxing to do in the background. I never sit here and I'm going to play WWE Champions for 4 hours straight right now. It's never happened. I'll do that.
You lying sack of shit! You lying sack of shit! You lying sack of shit!
Bro. I hope Wings calls him out on this. Give me a fucking break.
Something else is going on. Or, you know what I mean?
I don't knock people for spending money in games because like people spend money to entertain themselves all the time. Like that's not a knock I have. I'm just curious about the mindset that people have to be in there because people go to the bar and drink fucking $200 away. I don't give a fuck if you do that or you want to buy the new skin on Rainbow, whatever it is, whatever makes you happy in life. We're here for a short time, not a long time. You know, like nothing we do actually ever fucking matters. In a long enough timeline, Hitler disappears, right?
Eventually.
I'm just saying, eventually, it's like I bet there's like if I ask you right now, like Chinese dictator names from like the 16th century,
right?
I mean, damn Microsoft Teams. Why did the sound come up or something?
Most people know who they are.
Right.
I guarantee you that sound, we all know what we're talking about. The Microsoft Teams notification noise, that's going to cause PTSD. Sorry, excuse me. That's going to cause that in some people over time.
Everything goes away. But I just find it funny. Is like you said you play them passively and you do all this stuff and you never. I always feel like failure is a recipe for success. And I've looked at your record and it's something like 2,000 some wins and like 17 losses or something like that. Some very obscure number. I don't know the exact numbers, but like it's very lopsided. You have like a 95% win rate or something.
Oh,
like
in the game, like the game's matches and stuff. Oh, do you know why? Because you do the game, you just cheat.
Yeah, all you got to do. Did you get caught up in camaraderie and stuff like that? Your clans.
Oh, yeah. So if you're playing the game and you're about to lose a match, you close the app and it doesn't count.
Oh, so you're a plug puller.
Yeah,
I hated you more time.
What an asshole. You're admitting you cheat? What an asshole.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Good lord. Like, I have gotten my ass beat, like, to the point where it should be illegal to broadcast on Tekken and Street Fighter. Never once have I quit a match. Like, you'll see, like, disconnect rate 0% for both.
Bad.
It's been like that since day one.
Actually,
like,
you know what? I take that back. Maybe I got really drunk one day, but like the point is, it's minimal. Not to a point where I can say, "Oh, I have like next to no losses because I quit at the right time."
Like that too. Like if you're about to get fucked, whoop, oh fuck you. It does, but in that game, wins and losses don't matter. Like no one ranks against it or anything.
What you just said is Locher God's entire career.
That's right. But the difference is I do it as a casual thing for fun on the side. I'm not like, putting videos out of that shit and and promoting, oh, that's how you should do. I never do that shit when I play a fighting game or, I play it out in that case. I think that's the right thing to do. I'm not going to ruin someone's record or fuck them out of points or whatever, because I pulled the plug there. Mobile game, who gives a fuck, right?
You're not fucking them out of points. That's how modern fighting games work. You're not fucking out or fucking the other person out of points. You're fucking yourself. Because you're getting the loss.
But yeah, no, here's the thing. I will say this. Back in the day, I spent a lot more. Admittedly, I spent way too much. I've already talked about this till I was blue in the face. I know, but I spent too much.
Anything.
It's fine. I take no offense whatsoever at this. I spent too much money. I was out of control. I went through a bankruptcy, right? I went through all this stuff. I am much better today. Do I still spend money on mobile games today? Oh, go ahead.
Was being part of the clan part of it? Like you wanted to keep up with the boys and be the power and be the powerful unit. Like, because I figured that was part of it because you were in a clan in the game. I'm like, these guys are counting on him to be this strong all the time. And did you like that aspect of it? Is that what helped you spend? Because like there was a period. This is going to be bad. It's going to sound bad, right? There's a period where you were having back taxes problems, and you did this fundraising stream, and I want to say it was $10,000.
No,
right?
I never raised $10,000. Never.
that might have been the number you were aiming for, but whatever it is. But you got like $4,000 or $5,000 on this fundraising stream, and then that night you spent like $1,000 on WWE champions.
I have no idea if that's true or not. I doubt it. That's probably what they said.
I'm like, what makes this person make this choice? And that's the curious thing about. I don't care about all the things like, all right, you get $5,000. I need to pay I'm using fake numbers here. Don't look at the numbers. It's like actual numbers. You get X amount of money here. You owe the IRS this amount of money. What makes you make the choice of taking this money and putting it in a third party, which is WWE champions? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, what makes that concept?
You're
It's
basically, what you're asking me is
like, why are you not paying the rent?
Exactly. Is it the level of addiction where even though I know that there is hardcore bad consequences that I can't stop, that I would still blow the money on it? At one point it was. I'll tell you that outright. Actually, with WWE Champions, it was bad. There was another game, too, that I've talked about, WWE Supercard, that I played before WWE Champions. And that one was even worse, actually, where I was dumping money into it. Like, you had to pay $700 to even, like, participate properly in an event. I'm not kidding. It was that bad. Like, to get a stupid Hulk Hogan card, it was like, you had to keep dumping money to play in the event. It was insane. So you knew anyone who had the card was basically dumping insane amounts of money into this game. It was the only way to do it. In regards to the clan aspect, yes and no. Like, if you're in a clan or if you're in a group or whatever it's called in one of these games, yeah, you're communicating about the game, you're talking, your clan is pumping you up. Yeah, we got to get the new character, we got to play, we got to do this. At the same time, there's a lot of, like, you feel like responsibility because now when you've spent so much, they expect you that you're going to be the one who's going to spend again, who's going to get that character, and you're going to play that event, and it's going to help out your clan or whatever it is for the next event. And
what an awful fucking experience. Could you imagine living your life like this, where people are expecting you to pay money to, like, stay competitive and shit? Good lord.
if you don't, it's not like anyone can get angry at you for not doing it, but it just becomes a thing. It's just something you do, right? It's just what I'm doing. But like I said, that was many years ago. And I don't do that shit anymore. Like, I've been done with that for many years of overspending like that and going crazy. I do still play mobile games. And by the way, it's not WWE Champions all the time. There's a few other games I casually play from here to there. Do I spend money on them? Yes, I do. It's my money. I have a right to. But I'm not stupid. I'm not doing what I used to do where it's out of control, where there's addiction involved.
You lying sack of shit!
That's why I warned my viewers about this when I played the game last year on streams. I was like, guys, we're going to do this poll, right? I'm going to show you the odds of actually getting something good in a mobile game. You're going to see firsthand. I'm going to spend the money to show you. Let this be a learning lesson for you, that you don't fall into this level of addiction. You're doing this shit because this is going to fuck you up.
He's acting like he's fucking Mr. Rogers here.
Dumb things you did. You know, my bankruptcy.
Those consequences too.
Go ahead.
Do you think it's ever affected in your interpersonal relationships?
In regards to what, like with my wife?
Not with your wife, but more so like your ex. Like do you think like it,
oh no,
Ooh.
that had nothing to do with it at all. Zero impact on that. Yeah.
Ooh.
In fact, it mostly got bad during the time when I was falling out with my ex. That's when it got really bad. You know, basically, I've said this to my audience too. Like, there was a time period for about a year and a half where we were living together, but we weren't really together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were more like roommates than we were romantic, and there was so much bad going on there. And that was one of the things that got me kind of hooked into spending on WWE Supercard, which was the first one that I really started spending insane amounts of money on. Yeah.
I got
Take a fucking sip there, pal.
one more thing I want to do before I go.
Okay.
You're a big wrestling fan.
Not anymore.
Uh-oh.
Not anymore?
No.
How long did you watch wrestling?
I started watching wrestling in the 80s. It was my godfather who got me into it because I went over his house for a party and he had SummerSlam. No, Survivor Series on his TV, and I didn't know what it was. And immediately I latched on because they're like, they're like superheroes or cartoon characters on there doing crazy shit, you know? So I've been watching since the 80s, but I didn't watch during the Attitude Era. Then I came back after the Attitude Era. Then I stopped watching for a long time. I did. I skipped the Attitude Era, and I skipped.
Good one, Wings. That was a good one. You skipped the good part. Sorry, I'll give me one more second here. We're about to wrap this up. I might do some more Tekken, or do some more. Might do some Tekken after this, but we'll see. If we hit the goal that I never set.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, it's never his fault.
I quit doing Smart Guys, my wrestling commentary show, in 2014, and then
I get one donation For $5 or more, then we'll do some Tekken 8 after this.
I watched wrestling for like another year or two, and I stopped cold turkey, and I only just started watching again this year, only for 4 months, and then I stopped again. So, yeah.
So I had a 10-question quiz I had for you for WWE. And I want to see how well you did on it.
Oh, go for it.
I'm going to start with the easy questions, and they're going to progressively get harder.
Okay.
How well do you think you're going to do?
I don't know, because I don't know what time period these questions are from. So
They're from the 80s to current day. 80s to current day.
I'll probably get half right.
Okay.
All right. First question. The pedigree is the signature move of what wrestler?
Triple H.
Triple H.
Triple H. That's correct. That's the correct answer. Old Triple H. Do you have any opinion on Triple H? Do you think he's good for the company?
Oh, at this point, I have no idea. I know a lot of people don't like him anymore. They say that now he's in a position of power. He's ruining everything. But I'm not really following.
Well, okay. I can see some people saying that they're retarded, but I can see people saying that.
In the last couple of years, just the 4 months I followed. So I don't know. Back in the day, everyone hated him because he controlled the company, basically. Married Stephanie, and then he was always on top. So people didn't like him.
I thought it was always a Keemstar move, the whole Stephanie McMahon test. Because like I was watching wrestling when Tess was like going to marry Stephanie McMahon, and all of a sudden Triple H married her behind the scenes. But realistically, Tess was never in the running. He was just they were trying to push him up the card.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So here's the second question: who was the first ever WWE Universal Champion?
Yeah. Universal Champion. Wasn't it Finn Balor?
Oh, Universal Champion? I don't know. It might have been. Was that Finn Balor? And then he lost the title right away? No, I don't remember that. No.
Chris Jericho.
Wait, what? Wait, do you mean Undisputed Champion?
Really? I didn't even know that. I had no idea.
Okay.
I think he means Undisputed Champion. Or the one who held both belts. He beat The Rock and Stone Cold the same night. Yeah, no. I don't know about that. Hold on a second. I'm going to look this up right now. Yeah, it's Finn Balor. Fuck you. You fucking retard. 2016.
First WWE champion. Period. Like federation and
Buddy Rogers.
everything. Who was the very first one?
Oh, wait, so you're going all the way back to the very beginning of WWE? I have,
Yeah,
I
WWF as well.
I have
Not
no-
the changeover.
Yeah, Buddy
yeah,
Rogers.
I'm talking old school. I have no idea. Zero.
Nature Boy Buddy Rogers.
Yeah,
no.
thank you.
No, that was before my time, that's for sure.
Okay, so we should go a little bit easier. Who was the first Black World Champion?
Booker T.
No. Wait, what do you mean? The first Black World Champion? It would probably be Ron Simmons, right?
No, I take that back. Ron Simmons.
Ron Simmons. Ron Simmons is the answer.
Okay,
correct. All right. Bruno Sammartino or Hulk Hogan? Who pulled more money throughout their career?
Oh, wow.
Boy, how do you measure that? That's kind of a stupid question. You know what? I'd have to say probably Bruno, just because of how many years he was on top, and when adjusting for inflation and the schedule, I would pick Bruno.
Wow, that's a tough question because Bruno was the innovator at the beginning and Hogan was there during the prime time. See, I would say Hogan, but I don't know if you're scaling for inflation. I would say Hogan.
I'm not scaling for inflation. I'm talking about dollars to thing.
I'm going to say Hogan.
It's Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah, probably
He pulled
Hogan.
more money than Hogan ever did.
Oh yeah,
What nationality is former wrestler Fit Finlay?
he's Irish.
Irish?
Correct. He's Irish.
Yeah.
All right. Now that he's known as Triple H, what is the ring name of the wrestler signed in 1995? What was
Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
his original name?
Terrorizing.
Correct.
Yeah, awful.
Oh, that one. Oh, give me a
Terror like the
break.
Ringmaster. Remember the Ringmaster with Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yep. Awful. All of
I
these
knew
back then were so terrible.
terrorizing as well.
Fucking Tatanka, the Native American, who wasn't actually Native American in any way, shape, or form. He was like a Latino guy. Fucking terrible. It's to dance around and pretend like he's a Native American, like so offensive. It's like, Jesus.
Dude, they always did offensive shit. Like the whole Iraq. Like Vince McMahon's a racist. He's a racist, sexist person.
He always 100% was doing it on purpose. He knew he was pushing the envelope. He knew people would talk about it. I mean, yeah, he was totally a troll in that regard.
All right.
We're
Who
almost
is the
done,
youngest
folks.
WWE champion of all time?
It's either Randy Orton. I think it's Randy Orton. Yeah, I think it's Randy Orton.
Fuck. At one point, it was Randy Orton, but someone might have been younger after him, and I don't know. But it was Randy Orton at one point.
Randy Orton is the correct answer.
Okay.
Yes. Of course, I can't even take what he's saying as truth, because he said, who is the first Universal Champion? And the answer is Finn Balor. And he said Chris Jericho. No, retard. It's fucking Finn Balor. Chris Jericho was the first, like, he was the one who won both belts in the same night. He was the first, like, undisputed. But those are two completely different things.
This was a kind of a bullshit question. But I'm on who body slammed Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3?
Oh, everyone knows that.
Hogan.
That's a super easy question.
Yeah, but like the question is super easy, but it's like people they build it as like this is the first time Andre's ever been picked up.
Yeah.
But like everybody's done it. Like mid card guys used to slam him in Japan and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Here's one. Here's a tough one. Who created the 450 splash?
Great Muda?
Oh, who created it? I actually have absolutely no idea.
You're gonna be shocked by this. This is why I concluded this one. You'll give a guess?
No, I really have no idea. No clue.
Scott Steiner.
Really? I wouldn't have
Scott
believed
Steiner
that.
created the 450 splash.
I know.
I can believe that.
He did it, but I didn't know he invented it. Wow, that's crazy.
But again, I can't confirm it because he's already said shit that was blatantly wrong.
Because now it's a cruiserweight thing, you know. But he was a giant dude always.
Dude, Scott Steiner was always fucking big. Like, you know what's the sad thing about Scott Steiner is like he literally right now in his career he's still doing WWE stuff in his like 60s.
Yeah.
And it's like, how bad were you with your money? Because like Ric Flair was notoriously bad with his money. That's why he wrestled well into like his 70s because he would blow his money as fast as he.
But what do you mean, to have his money? It's an easy paycheck. Like, how is that insulting the guy? He signed a Legends deal. He licensed his shit out. His nephew is going to be the next big thing. He's going to be headlining WrestleManias like in a few years. Why are we shitting on him?
Make it. And I think Scott Steiner, I don't know the man's finances by no means, but like to still be doing this, is he doing it for the love of the game or is he doing this because he needs to pay rent?
He's not
Probably
wrestling.
Both, you would think, because if he really hated it, he probably wouldn't do it. But at the same time, hey, money talks.
But it also, like Scott Steiner's one of those wrestlers I thought would die young, and he's kind of like exceeded that because like a lot of wrestlers die because like I remember Logan Paul recently stated in an interview that wrestling isn't so much about skill, it's about your tolerance of pain. Like the people that are very good at tolerating pain tend to go up in the company, and the ones that don't tend to fall down because you can do more events, you can do more for events, and to alleviate the pain, it's easier to recover if your body's mostly muscle. That's why you see a lot of these guys that get really jacked and they take these steroids. It's because it's easier for that muscle to like not bruise, and or heal after being damaged. So it's like, oh, which is funny because like you see people like Jelly Roll and stuff like that, and you're probably shedding viewers right now. But I've always wanted to talk with you about wrestling.
It's all good.
Because I grew up watching wrestling. I remember the day I stopped watching wrestling. It was the finger poke of doom in WCW. Like Kevin Nash just beat Goldberg and ended the
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to laugh at that too.
streak. And Nash came in and gave the belt to Hogan right then and there on the next Raw, like a day later. You know, like this is fucking terrible. Like, what is this?
I mean, Nitro.
Like, no match, no build up. Let's just give the belt to Hogan.
They didn't give a shit, but hey, back then they were the leader. They were beating.
You know,
No, they weren't. Or were they? I mean, that was during the heavy days of the war.
No, I just picture Vince Russo in the back. You know what, dog? Eric, I got a great idea. Let's just get outraged.
He wasn't there then. He hadn't been hired yet. He was still with WWE.
Right, Eric? We're going to have Hogan. We're going to have him go in the ring. We just ended a streak, and we're going to give the...
What accident? Good Lord. Ugh.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
This is like a fucking roller coaster of like, yeah, I'm really liking what he's doing, to then it's like... You retard, you know, the fucking... I don't have a bell here, which I don't want to... Or triangle, sorry. Good Lord.
Belt to Hogan. You know, it's stupid. I can just picture him saying shit like this. Like, they did these crazy storylines back in the day. And it's like, how did WCW ever beat WWF? Which WWF is a worse company to work for than WCW. I will give them that, right? WWF is like the
What?
Carnival or the Locale Live of the universe.
Yeah, in a lot of ways.
What?
One, because they're Carnival. They attract kids. Like, you know, they attract stuff like that. And I don't know. Like, I looked at the early 90s, which was considered a down period in wrestling, and like the Attitude Era as wrestling. That's what wrestling was to me. I didn't really get into the 80s stuff. My grandfather watched it. It would be on the TV. I didn't give a fuck about Jimmy Snuka or Playboy Buddy Rogers or, you know, Bruno Sammartino and shit like that. I started getting into it when like Bret Hart was like the champion and like Big Daddy Cool Diesel and that kind of stuff. And I used to go rent those tapes at the video store and like watch the old WrestleManias. Like, and I'd relive it. I never experienced it before. So I'd start early and watch like the Macho Man and Hogan be tag team partners, then the Fallout, then with Hogan always won. So that always pissed me off too.
Any more questions in this countdown? I have a couple quick questions for you before we adjourn.
Go hit me up.
All right, so I had two questions for you. All All right.
Okay.
The first one is a question that I think you get asked all the time, but I
Okay.
literally, I want to ask it to you man to man here. And I really would like an honest answer if you can. Okay.
Okay.
Do you think you're actually done doing this Lel Cow live shit? Completely done 100%? Or do you think
No.
that this is just a time where you might go back to it if the money's good or if things get bad?
What do you think he's going to say? I mean, he did say no, but what do you think he's going to follow up with?
I'm just curious about where you are in your mindset with that right now.
The honest answer is, do I think I'm completely done with local? Probably not.
Thank you for being honest. Thank you, because I think a lot of
s-
people, you've been saying, no, you're done with it. That's actually, I think,
in my mind, I'm done with it. Completely done with it. But I don't like to burn bridges. I don't like to like shut doors I don't have to shut, and that's mainly from anxiety. And like, there's so many things that can happen. Like one of the reasons I'm allowed to make this choice, where I go from making doctor money back to making like $40,000 a year, is because I saved 90% of my local money and I invested it, and I put it in other places. I put it in things that appreciate, and that allows me to have a little bit of financial freedom and not have to like curtail to anybody or like work on somebody else's schedule or do things like that. But if it ever came down to it and I was desperate, I'd go back on hands and knees groveling. I'm never going to like put my self-respect ahead of like my wife's health or like something my wife desires. If I have to shovel shit to buy pills, I'm gonna shovel shit to buy pills. I'm never going to say I'm never going to go back. But in my headspace right now, I don't want to be a part of it, not because of anything or not because I dislike anybody, but I just find it like it doesn't fit my mental health. That's
Ugh. Bro, just keep making that fucking bank. Like, really? Like, if my wife was sick, I mean, like, there were years my wife was bringing in, like, fucking nothing. She was, like, she was trying shit, but it was just going nowhere. And even then, though, like, this is when part of that was when I was streaming, but I never, like, begged my audience for money or tried to use them to compensate for me, because I felt like if I did that, then I'm no better than Phil. Even though my shit was coming from a better place, it was like, well, the audience doesn't care about that. And there's nothing I can say to them where they could be like, oh, well, Beliefs really needs it where Phil doesn't. Like, I can't go and present that to them because that's just bringing up too much or exposing myself too much. And speaking of which, if we get the, actually, no, I'm not even going to say that. I probably will just do some Tekken after this, regardless if I get the donations or not. But donations are greatly appreciated.
What?
The end of it all. Like, even Keemstar said himself, like, he doesn't want to do the show, so he's in the same headspace I'm in. Like, you just get burned out on it. Like, doing a show 6 days a weweek for 2 hours a day and is constantly keeping up with the drama. It's exhausting. It's the same reason I try to hold on to the video games. I know this is kind of making it about me again. I don't want to be like a dude that's like left wing or right wing and doing politics and news. Because like,
Now, Mr.
first off,
Views.
it's another saturated market, and second off, it just makes you depressed to watch the news all the time.
Sure, very true. Very true, especially in today's world. How crazy shit has gotten. So let me ask you this then. This is a follow-up question. Honest question, a few weeks ago, well, at this point, it was like a month and a half ago. Holy shit, how time flies. When you had messaged me to talk to me about it and say, you know, about possibly appearing on my show and stuff, 100% honest answer, was that because you had had a change of heart, you had come out of this depression era,
No,
and you wanted to
Keemstar
do
asked
it?
me to.
That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. And the thing, I'll say this publicly, all right? I don't have any ill will towards Keem at all. I don't. I really don't give a shit about anything he does anymore like I used to as a kid.
You lying sack of shit! You lying sack of shit! You lying sack of shit!
I have no ill will, Keem. Excuse me. I have no ill will towards Keem. Give me a fucking break. Does anyone in my audience press X to doubt? If you don't doubt, don't press anything. But if you doubt, press X.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Hater, right? I used to dump on this guy and say, I hate your content. I
Thank
wish him
you.
all the success.
We got
I really
one.
do.
Anyone
but I would have
else?
thought that by now, he would have known the kind of guy that I am and the way that I operate, that if he had come to me and said, hey, let's plan something, let's have you on the show, let's do this, then I might have considered it. But the fact that he had you and Boogie come out to do it, that's just like, how does he not know yet? I mean, how many interactions have we had where I've told him, I'm an honest guy, you got to be upfront with me, you got to be transparent with me, and then I'll consider shit. You know what I mean?
Let me be the lapdog here. People assume Keem just sits around drunk all day. He doesn't. He's got a lot on his plate. Like he does, like, he still does Drama Alert on 2 platforms. He's always trying to launch something. He has Happy Punch he's got to work with. He has to do the boxing stuff. Then he has Local Live, which is, it is what it is. It's an amalgamation of whatever, right? And there's constantly people begging for his time and attention every which way but loose. So like if he can
Except me.
except if he can outsource something, he usually does it. Not because he doesn't want to do it. He does like, well, I'm too good to talk to Phil. It's just like, it's one more thing he has to do during the day. And if he can go like, hey, Jordy, you've been talking to Phil. Go ask Phil if he'll be on the show. instead of reaching out. I know you want the interpersonal touch, but that's the real juxt of it. Like, people want me to talk bad about Keemstar. I'm not. I mean, every person makes mistakes. Every person's judgment is based on their own world experience. And Keemstar always thinks he's doing the best for him and his friends, even though it's not always the case. I like Keemstar. I still consider Keemstar my friend. I don't think he's the baddest person people make him out to be. Right? I'll say this right now:
Okay.
Keemstar, out of versus anybody else in the YouTube world, has always been more friendly to me, and has always made me money every time I've walked around him. And I feel like he's very, very loyal when you get to the inner circle. And I don't think his intentions are ever bad. They just sometimes turn out bad. You know.
I have so few actual interactions with the guy. I don't have much to really say. You know what I mean?
Here's how it probably is with Keem. Now, I've obviously had no interactions with Keem. Wow, what a shock. But I think Keem, and I'm not going to shed on him for this, but it's more of a case of like, he will only do things that are mutually beneficial. Like how he's saying, or how Wings is saying, I've made money off of Keem. Yeah, but Keem made money too. It was a mutually beneficial, like, relationship. That's the only reason why it went down. If Keem did not make any money, then he wouldn't have gone through with it. He's self-serving. If he could, you know what I mean?
Like, I've tried to stay away from it. I don't like the drama. I don't want to be involved with the drama. A lot of people thought today that this is drama, what we're doing right now. I don't think this was drama. I think this was just a fun conversation between two guys, but I don't want to be sucked into that vortex. As much as there is a hurricane blowing around me of all my detractors, I'm just in the center being my own thing. And that's what I mean. Like, I don't want to do lol cow shit. I don't, and Keem keeps thinking that I want to, or that I want to make money doing it. I don't, and it's like, I don't have any ill will towards that guy, but he has to understand that if he wants to actually talk to me, he has to talk to me.
I don't know. I can't say that you made a mistake not jumping on it, but we made a lot of money.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you. But here's the difference between you and me, and this is fine because we're different people. And that's the good thing about life is that different people are different. That's what makes life special, right? Not everyone's exactly the fucking same. You went on Lolcow. You did a lot of crazy shit, embarrassing shit. You made a ton of money doing it. At the end of the day, you're happy. You saved all the money. You're in a good spot. It allows you to do whatever the fuck you want right now. Good on you. I say thumbs up to you. I'm the kind of guy, if I went on Lolcow and I did a bunch of embarrassing, stupid, fucked up shit and I made a lot of money, I would fucking hate myself and I'd be depressed as shit. It would affect my personal life with my wife. I would not be able to go back on stream with my viewers and do what I do. I would actually feel like I ruined everything because I've put so much time, effort, and just a lot of morality into what I feel like I do that to then degrade myself, to then just make a quick buck, I couldn't do it. And I understand that not everyone's like me. And I'm not going to hold you to a standard or anything. That's fine. Like, listen, you did good for your family. I'm proud of you, dude. I am. Because I know things weren't going good. And all of a sudden you did that shit. And it probably took an intense amount of fortitude to go through the shit that you went through on that show to make that kind of money. I can't do it. I would actually lose my fucking mind. I would hate everything about it.
I'm a fat person and my wife's a cancer survivor. And in my head, like, we're going to get sick. Even if I snap my fingers right now and turn to a 180-pound man, I've done an immense amount of damage to my body. It's not if I'm getting sick, it's when I'm getting sick.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be going to like a government agency and be like, please, daddy, give me enough money just for the tooth pull, that kind of shit, right?
That makes a lot of sense. That does make a lot of sense. It does. All right.
And I'm willing to have shit dumped on my head to do it.
My last question for you, and this will be it for today. Thank you so much for your time. You've been here for almost 2 hours. I really appreciate it. And this is a heavy question. All right, I saved it for the end. Okay.
Yeah.
So
okay.
You say your whole life you've been overweight, right? Like pretty much your whole life you've been an overweight guy. I've heard you recently, and again, this is just me hearing highlights, so I don't know to what extent I've heard the true story. You've said recently that you feel like you're to the point where you have to start losing weight. Like you think you gained those 40 pounds, and you're in a situation where like, oh my God, my body actually feels awful. It's like make or break time.
It's different. It's different this time. Like my body's telling me that it's different.
Okay. I've also heard you say you're considering going on some of these weight loss drugs, and that you've considered doing it, but it's like expensive, so you haven't gotten into it yet. Is that the case? Like that's the next step would be to go on some of these drugs. I don't know what one.
I've already been on them a couple times, and they worked. But I've always used them as like, I gotta get ready for a fight in London. I need to drop 25, 30 pounds. Here's some Ozempic. Boom. Just be sick. Don't eat. Train. Lose weight quickly. But I've never been on them long term. And the idea is to go onto it long term. But the problem is I'm not diabetic. Even though I'm like 400 pounds, my blood work, I shit you not, is good. Like I have blood work of a normal person.
That's good.
The issue with that is my insurance won't pay for it. It's like $400 to $600 a month every month. So it's like a car payment for something like, do I have the willpower to invest this money into myself?
Dude, GoodRx is a thing. Like literally, I take Concerta for my ADHD, right? It's 18 milligrams twice a day. So it's 60 pills for a month. Without insurance, it's like over $500. With my insurance, it's about $240. With GoodRx, it's $56. Like, bro, just do some research. Or even you can go, like, well, I don't want to get too many specifics, but like, my wife, when she was pregnant, had to take a drug to not pass a disease onto her unborn child. And it was very expensive. Like, I'm talking like thousands of dollars per month. But they said, hey, if you don't have a lot of income, like, fill out this application. Long story short, she filled it out. It was completely free. And it ended up, well, again, I don't want to get into too many specifics, but, like, long story short, though, like, we didn't have to pay for it, which was the big thing. So, like, just the idea of, like, oh, my insurance doesn't really pay for it. But, like, bro, there's alternatives you can do. There's other things you can do to try to help pay for it. Whether it's GoodRx or just pleading to the drug company. If the insurance company won't help you out, the drug company often will as well.
And actually go through with it.
Right. Because as you know, if you get on it, it's not just taking the drug. It's a whole lifestyle change. It's a diet change. It's a health. It's all kinds of things that you're going to have to change to make it stick. You did once. I forget. Now, was it because you were working out? That wasn't the surgery, was it?
I cut my stomach out, and that worked. It 100% worked. I would have got down to your size. The problem is, as soon as I did that, the trolling kicked up astronomically. And just like anybody else that's an addict, and when I started stressing out and not knowing where the next paycheck was coming from, I drowned myself with chicken tenders and Coca-Cola and things like that. That's like I have gray hair now. I would say strictly from that period of time where I lost my Twitch channel. Like, that was such a detrimental blow to me, because I went from making $7,000 a month plus doing DoorDash to losing DoorDash and losing my Twitch partnership to being unemployed within a period of 2 months. And it's like, and then they got my YouTube banned for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm on Facebook streaming to like 150 motherfuckers.
Jeez. So now,
I mean, that's another thing I want to ask you. Like, did you ever get your stream elements and stuff back?
I'll talk about that in a second. I don't want to lose my train of thought on what we're talking about right now. But so in regards to this right now, would you agree, like we've just said, you are getting into a better headspace now, correct? You are. You're like not feeling as bad.
Not currently, no.
So you're not in a better headspace.
No, I'm depressed right now.
I'm sorry. Are you in a better headspace? Oh, no. Like, because the way that he asked that, he totally expected to be like, oh, yeah, I'm doing much better now. And he just like, it just fucking. That's how that went. Let's hear that again.
My train of thought on what we're talking about right now. But so in regards to this right now, would you agree, like we've just said, you are getting into a better headspace now, correct? You are. You're like not feeling as bad.
Not currently, no.
So you're not.
I'm depressed right now. Like, I'm literally sleeping 15 hours a day. I was asleep right before I woke up here.
Wow.
Like, my whole day.
15 hours a day? Jesus Christ. Cats don't sleep that long a day. I don't mean, Phil's cat. I mean, like, actual cats don't sleep that long. Jesus Christ.
Is sleeping and playing Battlefield right now. It's like,
the thing is, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think you're a bad person. I actually don't. And a lot of people say you are. I don't think you are. I just think that it's a lot of situations, a lot of shit that happened, because it's very similar to shit that's happened to me. You know what I mean? And I am now at a point in my life where I've actually turned a lot of things around, which is great. It is. I'm healthier. I'm happy. I'm working out. I've lost a lot of weight. I'm feeling good about myself. Again, for the first time in many years. I felt like shit for a long time with things that were going on. And the one piece of advice that I want to give you, and I hope you don't take offense, all right? Step one, before you get on a drug, before you even start working out, before you start doing any of this shit, dude, man to man, you have to fucking start eating better right now. Like, I'm not talking about tomorrow. I'm not talking about in a week. I'm talking about this moment that I'm talking to you, Jordy. You have to start eating better right now.
Oh, yeah, no, I hear you, Mexicano. My sleep stuff is completely fucked up. I think I get, like, between 4 and 6 hours of sleep now. Although, the past couple of days, so, like, I was dealing with an issue where, like, it didn't matter time I went to bed. I was waking up between, like, 4 and 5 in the morning, which pissed me off, because I would just try to get back to sleep. But now, my new rule is, okay, once 5 o'clock comes, I get up, because now I have like something to do, because my knee and my back, I'm doing rehab for them. So I'll get up, I'll come downstairs. Like, recently what happens, I get up, come downstairs, I do workouts, and I put on put up there. Sorry, give me 1 second. Hold on, I'm gonna turn on the camera in a second. Just turn off for a quick sec. I ever watch YouTube videos or reason I'm watching this. I just realized it's fucking in the thing, but it's the Gamera movies. I got these on Blu-ray. But like it's something to watch every morning while I do my rehab workouts. Be swinging with 330. Oh god damn. But basically though, like I get out of bed at 5 in the morning, and then it's like I will work out and watch whatever until 6:30, and then that's when I have to get everyone else out of bed because I got 3 kids, and I got 2 of them have to be out of the house by like 7:25. Another one only has to get out by 8. So
Because the
I'm
stuff
like
that you're
the
putting in your
driver
body
of it.
is directly responsible for what's going on right now.
Yeah, I'm poisoning myself. But like, if it was that simple, like don't drink the poison, Jordy. It's not that simple though.
Oh, I'm not saying
You know
it's
it's
simple.
not. You know,
Right,
it's not.
exactly.
I know it's not simple. I know it's not.
mean, like-
I've been through
like-
a lot of shit myself. When I
I
was
think
younger.
at one point you used to be an alcoholic, right?
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Good one, Jordy. Used to be an alcoholic, right?
That when I was younger, dude, that was my escape. That was how I slept at night when stuff was going horribly. It was just drinky, and it all goes away because now, who cares, right? I don't care in the world anymore. I'm drunk. But for me, what I want to tell you is the easiest way to do it, because this is how I started doing it, and it might not work for you, but I want to try to help you if I can. For example, if you're going to make a change, don't make a shocking, immediate change, because this is what people tell you. You've got to stop doing it immediately. Bullshit. That never works. You can't just go cold turkey on anything. It will never work. That's nonsense. You have to wean.
Okay. Like, I get where he's coming from, but there's some people where like, no, you definitely can. I would say, try that. If it doesn't work, then try to phase off. It doesn't mean to completely disregard it. It's worth trying. If it doesn't work, then fine.
Yourself off of shit, right? So right now, am I understanding that almost all food that you eat is takeout, correct?
Oh,
No.
100%. Most of the time, yeah.
Okay.
90% of
Oh,
the time.
okay,
So
my
what
bad.
you got to start doing is, number one, if it's going to be takeout, you got to find something in the takeout that you can start to eliminate. So for example, it's takeout, but you're not going to get a soda. You're going to get the burger, you're going to get all that shit, but you're not going to drink the soda.
No! What are you, fucking retarded? Oh my god. No. Learn how to cook. Cooking is not that hard. It really isn't. Well, actually, no, let's hear what Jordy says before I make my comment.
So that's what I want the most, though.
Oh, no, it is. That's why you got to not do it. I know, because that's the dangerous shit. A lot of people say it's the food. Oh no, it's the drinks, it's the soda and the sugary shit that you put. That is the most dangerous. I used to drink coffees.
Yes and no. I need a massage. Well, I don't know if you can get it from me or Casper or anyone else on the stream, but I think it's only you two for the
with
most
sugar
part.
and cream and all this shit. And I'd have 3-4 of them a day. Dude, that is so many calories and shit. That's awful for you. You don't
Like the
realize
soda
you're doing
makes the meal, because like you could give me like mashed potatoes and fried chicken, all the stuff I like to eat, but if you give me a glass of water with it, I won't be able to enjoy it. I
Yeah.
need the Pepsi Cola or the Coca Cola to go
I hear
with
you.
it.
And I used to
It's
do
like-
that when I started on YouTube. I had to have my sugary drink. So I always had an energy drink or I had the sugary shit. And then when I did, I started phasing it out and doing something different. Instead of it being
I'm
sugary,
trying.
I had a, what's that?
It's a Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar, and like I got like
It's-
a water here
Ugh.
with me. Like
Okay.
I'm trying.
That's better. That's definitely better.
Wait,
It's not,
what was everyone?
It's a Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar, and like I got like
It's-
a water here with me. Like,
Okay.
I'm
Water.
trying.
that's better. That's definitely better. It's not great.
Yeah.
It's still better because now you don't got the sugar. You got the artificial sweetener, which is still bad, but it's not as bad as the pure sugar. That's for sure. The full sugar shit, you've got to cut out. To be honest,
I've been trying to wean myself down to 2 a day, and then almost try to go down to 1.
Yeah.
And then down, because like and I feel the gap with this shit, like this zero sugar shit. Like I'm allowed 2 full strength ones, but if I need to fill the gap, I also try to drink 4 of these a day. But I drink the vast majority of my calories because my stomach's still small.
how long do you stream when you stream? How long are your actual streams?
2 to 3 hours.
In a go. All right.
Yeah.
I got just throwing this out there. All right. Well, what if starting today, you do not eat and drink when you're on a stream? Only water. That's it. You're allowed
That's easy.
water.
That's easy. I can do that.
Do it right now. I'm serious. This would be a constructive change you could make to your content and yourself when you're streaming only water. All right. Number one, you're already going to get used to a time period where you know your body says, I'm only getting water. It's going to be normal. And after a while, you won't care about drinking the water during the streams anymore. It's just a normalized behavior. Number two, you're not going to give your trolls the ammo of seeing you stuff your face and drink the soda and then they got the clip they want. You're taking it away from them and you're doing something good for yourself. I think that this could help you a big amount right now if you can make that change. All right. I'm not holding you to it. I'm just making the suggestion. As someone who has been catching up with you and watching some of your content, and I'm seeing this go down, and I'm like, dude, he's drinking the soda. He's talking about eating a double Whopper.
Why are you watching those troll videos?
Because it's a quick way to get involved in what's going on negatively with you, so I can see the public.
Yeah, but, and like, here's the other thing too, fucking Wings. Like, we can shit and fill all we want, but like, he archives all of his shit. God damn, it sounds like there's like an echo coming through. I apologize. Or like, it sounds like it's very open, like I'm in like a big hall, which I'm really not. But like, here's the thing, Wings. Like, the troll channels are the only ways to watch your shit. Like, if you don't watch the live stream, it's not like he keeps them up. More often than not, he deletes them. So like, when he's complaining about, or when Wings is complaining about Phil watching the troll channels, it's like, well, that's the only way to watch shit that happens after the fact. Like the DA loggers, but that's the only way to watch them. You know what I mean?
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
If you want to help control the narrative, you can't keep deleting the footage.
Perception of you. I know that that's not the truth about you, but I know that's the public perception of you. You see, you notice I watched them, but I didn't come here and crap on you today because it happens to me and I understand it. I get it. I out of everyone out there, I fucking get what's going on. All right. Yeah. But I know that you can do something good for yourself. You're telling me you're down, you're feeling awful and shit. I feel bad.
Yeah, exactly.
As someone who just went through a journey where I changed my whole lifestyle to be better and healthier.
Like, how many Lummox videos have ended like that? Because he only does it for the streams that are deleted.
I feel like maybe I can help you a bit. That's one thing that I think you could 2-3 hours, 4 hours, even a 4-hour stream, just drink the water. Even if it means after the stream, then you eat right away off stream. At least you're not doing it during the stream. You know, I think that's a step one towards something good. And please tell me you didn't take offense at me giving you. Okay, thank you.
I'm never going to take offense, dude. Every day of my life, somebody talks shit about me. I'm not going to take offense to words. The only time words even hurt is if there's like a hint of truth behind them. Like, people call me like fat, wife beating, pedophile every fucking day of my life. None of that's fucking well, fat part's true, but I've heard the fat part to the point where it's like, okay, I'm numb to being called.
You sure the wife beater part isn't true? Good lord. But like, really, like, losing weight, like, really isn't that hard. Like, I dropped 50 pounds, right? And on the one hand, it's like, oh, good for you. But on the other hand, like, I keep thinking back to that old Ricky Gervais bit where he's like, you know, oh, well, I'm not going to do the accent, but basically the gist of the act is like that he mentions how people will praise other people for losing weight, but no one ever gets credit or praise for keeping weight off completely. It's like, oh, you get praise, or like, oh, you dropped 100 pounds, so now you're down to like 180, but the person who stayed 180 for their entire life gets no praise. We're going to praise the person who fucked up and then fixed it, but we're not going to praise the person who did it right the entire time. You know what I mean? Like, there is a bit of truth to that.
Fat, like that hurt in kindergarten, right?
I know, and
like,
me too.
Like,
Like,
when there's truth to it, like Wings, you're gonna die penniless and broke on the government. That would hurt my feelings, like, you know, because like that's the fear I have, and that's me giving them ammunition.
and the
I
good
work
thing
towards
is
not that.
exactly. So I was just gonna say the good thing is that's not gonna happen to you. It's not,
Yeah.
and that's something to be proud of because you could have been in that position and you're not, and that's something, you know, you worked hard, you went through hell to do it, but at least you're not in that position. Me too. You know, I went through a lot these last couple of years. We didn't even get to that, and you know, we're out of time for today, but maybe we'll do this again sometime. We can talk about more stuff. To answer your question, your last question there, in regards to getting banned from everything, I'm pretty much still banned from everything, but basically I can never take a transaction through any of these third-party services whatsoever. Like, they won't allow me to take any income from, like, no one can send me a tip and it's linked to, say, Stream Elements or whatever, and then the pop-up happens. So all I have is I have accounts where, did you notice I manually do half my shit? It's because when people say stuff to Phil, why do you manually control your streams? I didn't, and now I have to. I'm manually doing all my shit because I have to.
I know somebody, when you're on the slideshow, I noticed that a $2 thing popped up and it played a sound.
Yeah.
And it looked like Streamlabs.
There is, let me put it this way. You can still find a way to use them without having transactions through them. As long as there's no actual money going through the service, you can still use the service.
What?
Oh, I think I know what you're meaning.
Yeah.
I want to say that. I think I know what you're meaning.
The thing is, they don't want to
I
give up.
honestly don't know what he means. I wrote, does anyone know what he's talking about? Please, you know, enlighten me.
With money for someone who they think is either involved in trolling or some kind of unrelated activity.
Dude, I got to see what got me banned. You know what got me banned?
No.
They sent an email to them stating that I was a pedophile ringleader and that I was laundering money through their service to like entrap children, and they believe this shit. They believe this shit and just ban me. And it's like I appealed the ban, and they gave me no information. Like, no, you still banned. Which I understand they don't want to deal with it. They don't make any money off me other than if I buy a membership from them. Right.
So to them, who cares? Sweep them under the rug. Who gives a shit? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's so trash.
With me, what they did is they went back to my origins, like my early content, and they found some of my most risque commentary, and they edited it together to make it look like it was today. Like, they actually updated the fucking videos to make it look like it was more modern and shit, and they sent it to everyone. They sent it to Twitch, they sent it to all the fucking, they sent it to Teespring, which is why I lost my merch. They sent it to everyone. It's the same package. I only know because someone who fucking worked for Twitch sent it to me after the fact. And said, are you aware that this is what is getting you banned all over the internet? I was like, no, this is insane. And, you know, it was someone who liked me and who worked at Twitch and said, just so you know, this is what just happened. I like, unreal. You know, it was from 2010, and it was like 2021, and they got me 11 years later. They got me banned from everything. It's like, are you insane? I don't do this shit. Like, this is not me.
Dude, I still don't know I got banned from Twitch. I still don't.
April 21st of 2021.
Contract from like
that is when he lost his partnership. I, of all people, should know that.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Like Article 5, 15 of some dude. I signed a Justin TV contract. I didn't sign a Twitch contract.
No, you're there, yeah.
Justin TV
way back then, exactly.
And it's like, you think I kept that contract 10 years? You know, the worst part about it is I got my 10-year like Twitch partnership shirt the same week I got fired. The same week I got fired.
That's a good one.
What nice people.
I thought about putting it back here on the background somewhere. Just put like Twitch partner 10 years. It says like, and people are like, why don't you go? Because YouTube is real. Like, every time I've had an issue with YouTube, they've held my back every single time. I have 5 people on YouTube at this point I can contact.
That's cool. I did at one point, but not anymore. I did, you know, now they're all fucking fired and laid off and shit. But
I can't imagine why.
I'm good. Like, I don't really have issues with YouTube either. Like, I never have an issue on YouTube. It's always someone else. It's always someone else gets a bug up their ass about something stupid. It's never YouTube. YouTube's always okay, or they're cool, or it's like, you know, oh, we're letting you know that this happened. We're going to age restrict something or whatever. It's never like, oh, you're banned and we take everything away. Like, why would they do that? It's crazy. They don't act like that, luckily. So, all right, Jordy, I want to say thank you. I think this was a great 2-hour conversation, wasn't it? Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, I knew I was going to enjoy myself. I didn't come here with like ulterior motives to try to fuck with you.
Right, and the same thing here. Like, people were like, is he gonna destroy Wings or whatever? I think I asked some interesting questions that people enjoyed the answers to, and we had a good conversation. But at the same time, it was cool just to hang out. And what I'm gonna do, of course, is what I always do: is what do people like, not like? We'll see how people react.
Okay.
Go for it. I'm gonna upload it right now. I mean, actually, this is live. I'm just gonna make this an archive stream where it's just gonna be 100% available on this channel immediately. So, and you can upload it to yours, no problem at all. And
so we did do that.
And, feedback.
So I guess the thing, like, Phil, this stream, like, is still out there. Like, normally he goes in private to release them, whatever, and then like re-uploads an edited version of it. Like, this entire thing is still up.
From your viewers, my viewers, did everyone like it? Would you like more? I'm down for this kind of conversation. This is the kind of stuff I like to do, because you notice it was us just talking, having a good time about anything. There was no fucking drama. It's not, oh, this nasty shit about you here and going at each other. Who the fuck cares about that shit? We're tired. Everyone does that shit. It's boring.
You had that one interview with those stupid dudes. God, what, Stuttering Craig?
Yeah,
his name?
Complete bait and switch from what it was supposed to be.
Dude, I bet Keemstar tried to get me to
Fuck you. Okay, pal.
Show right before the boogie fight. I'm like, fuck that. Did you see what they did to Phil? I am not going on that show.
We will. Let's definitely talk about that perhaps in the future, because that was a total bait and switch and hilarious what's happened to them. But anyway, Jordy, thank you so much.
What's happened to them? Am I missing something? Did it get canceled? I mean, I know, like, the True Gamer Awards catastrophe went down, but that you can't really tie it to the entire podcast. That's more of a Stuttering Craig thing.
For your time, everyone who watched, thanks for watching. We want feedback, obviously. And
bye.
See you soon. Take care, man. All right. Well, folks, let's oh, that was our chat. Let me close that. Our chat about getting on here. So I'm curious what you thought. Really, it seems like a lot of people in the chat really liked it, and some people are upset that it wasn't an attack session, which I told you it wasn't going to be.
Yeah. You know, while we're here, hold on. I want to watch one more. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, he's watching this now? Fucking Review Tech is watching this now. Like what we just watched, he's watching now. We're not going to watch that, though. Okay. So, we're going to watch one more thing, and then we're going to call it a night. But before that, give me one quick second here. So, RGT85, who's like a gaming YouTuber, who I think actually grew up in Connecticut, just like Phil did. Because he constantly, I've watched some of his videos, he keeps mentioning Milford Amusement Center. And that's a old popular hangout in Connecticut. So maybe he feels like some sort of like connection or something. I don't know. But yeah, so he made this video here. Why DSP is my favorite YouTube streamer. I'm serious.
When it comes to video,
So this has... Okay, so this isn't a necessarily an accurate thing that has only 93 downvotes. Again, that's not completely accurate, but... Anyways, this should be interesting. I'd love to see how he justifies this bullshit. But just give me 1 minute here. I need to refill my drink here. And then we'll probably finally call this a stream. Again, though, unless someone makes a nice charitable contribution, then I'll do some Tekken on stream. If not, I'm just going to do it off stream. But you get to all enjoy me doing it and fail in front of the world. But anyways, I'll be right back. Hint, hint, hint. I just received a...
What?
And we're back.
when it comes to video game streamers, especially on YouTube, like I don't watch them. Like I just don't. I'll watch New Legacy Inc. over on Twitch sometimes when they're live. They usually go live kind of late, so I'll just watch the replay on YouTube when they upload it. They do like wrestling video game content. Very funny individuals. Shout out
Did I really lose all my YouTube viewers? Please check in if you're still here. Let's prove that YouTube analytics is wrong.
to Johnny and the boys, but I really just don't watch video game streamers on YouTube. I'll watch, NBA, NFL stuff for my specific teams. But there's one individual who has broken the mold for me. And I know this video is going to sound very tongue-in-cheek, but DSP, Darkside Phil, is my favorite YouTube video game streamer.
What?
And I want to talk about why in this video. I know this video is going to sound extremely sarcastic, but there is a bit of respect for him and what he does and what he's able to
Bro, how can you say you respect this and the first clip you go to is him fucking whacking it on stream? This does not make sense. Sorry, let me put on the captions.
do, because this is the most fascinating individual that I have ever come across. And I'm not like a longtime DSP fan. He's been on YouTube for like 18 years. And I'd always heard about him and stuff. Of course, like the camera was on thing where he was like jerking it, but like you couldn't see his wiener or anything like that. It was just his facial expressions and stuff like that. Like he's a complete character when it comes to the YouTube sphere. People have been making fun of this man for literally decades at this point in time. But I find something just very genuinely interesting about him. And like, I can't turn
Like
away
what?
sometimes. And so in this video, I kind of want to explain why he is like my favorite YouTube streamer to watch, because it's probably not for the reasons that people watch, people
Why would you make a video about this? Okay, let's listen. Listen to what this guy has to say.
play video games on YouTube. But for me, like this scratches an itch that I have. Now, Darkside Phil, DSP, is 43 years old. I am 40 years old. But getting into like, it's a very small world sort of thing. He grew up like where I grew up. Like,
I knew it! I knew he grew up in fucking Connecticut. I fucking knew it.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Fucking knew it.
he talks about stuff in certain locations and certain things that I know exactly what he is talking about. I know exactly the places that he is referencing. Now, it does make it funny because sometimes he does kind of make things up, and like I know for a fact that it is a bit made up. But like it's very bizarre to me to think that if he was like 3 years younger, there's a good chance I would have ran into this man as a child. Now, you might think it's because, oh, you know, he's a Hulk Hogan fan, he's a Hulkamaniac. No, I watched a stream where he said he didn't care about Hulk Hogan because he's not a child anymore. He just likes the image, I guess, because he has like the filament.
By the way, what the fuck? You're a DSP fan, and yet you're going to one of his biggest like detractor things ever. You're going on Raw Phil. The shit you're showing right now is very easily accessible on DSP Gaming. And yet he's doing it off of Raw Phil. You don't use Raw Phil footage if you're a fan.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Good lord.
Mania thing in the background or something like that. So that actually kind of pissed me off because, like, bro, don't be capping that, like, you're a Hogan fan and you're not actually a Hogan fan. Like, I don't know, that's a little bit disrespectful, Phil. But there are two main reasons why I find DSP to be the most interesting streamer in the world. The first thing is, like, he's not very good at video games. He's very, I will give him credit for like fighting games. You know, he seems to have a deep knowledge of certain older fighting games and stuff like that. And there's definitely a level of skill that he has. You could call it cheesing or, you know, using OP characters or stuff like that, whatever the case may be. And he like competed in fighting game tournaments and stuff.
Why are you not showing fighting games? Good lord. Like, I'm not trying to shit on you, RGT, but like, you've been in this game for a long time. Like, what are you doing in terms of this editing? Or are you passing it off to an editor and the editor just doesn't care? Like, help me out here, folks. In either chat, like, if you had to put together like a thing, if you're just talking about DSP and his fighting game stuff, why would you show him playing fucking Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong Bonanza badly?
Like that, like way back in the day when he wasn't like completely antisocial. That's another thing I like about him too. That dude does not like anybody. He does not like anybody. He trusts nobody, and I find that to be very funny. But like when it comes to fighting games, you know, he's pretty decent. You know, he could probably give me, you know, he could probably give me some rounds very easily because, you know, he plays very specific games and he understands character meta and stuff like that. But like everything else, it's just like a crapshoot. You know, you don't know what to expect. This man could end up being really good at the game. He could end up being terrible at the game and get confused at like the most strangest times where it's like obvious what to do, but he just doesn't realize it. And I know that sounds like I'm making fun of him or something like that, but I don't want to watch someone who's like an expert at every video game and is just like a god tier gamer and is just winning all the time, you know, knows exactly what to do, breezing through games. I want to watch some struggle. I want to watch some pain because that to me is a good form of entertainment. That to me is way more entertaining than someone just, you know, breezing through a game and being super good at it and stuff like that. Like there are some games that he will play that he is just absolutely terrible at, and there's such simple games, but then there's games that he'll actually do decent at that are just like way more complex, and it's like, what's the rhyme or reason? What is going on within your head? And that's like what nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going on inside of DSP's head, and that's what makes him such a fascinating character. You could have a Nintendo, you could have a Mario Kart World
okay, you go on.
game. Mario Kart World streams were legendary for that man because he could not figure out some of the most simple things. But then like you have like this complex RPG or a game like, you know, Hollow Knight Silk Song, and he's actually doing decent in those games. And it's like, what the hell happened
Really?
here? How are you good at these games that are obviously more challenging, but like the simple games, you're just like, I don't know what to do. I actually do a very good DSP impression as well. And I'll do that for our next segment. Because the next reason that I like DSP is the reason that everyone hates him. This is why people cannot stand this man.
Oh no.
But I respect it. I wish I had the balls to be like this because he does not. I mean, he uploads like archives of his streams and stuff. Nobody watches them. He is completely reliant on, we need some support, guys. We need to get some support going here. All right, let's get some subs over on Kick. Let's get some YouTube super chats going. Let's go. And like, he does that throat clear because he says he has like a post-nasal thing. But this man completely relies on money from the donations, essentially.
Yeah.
Completely. He doesn't do sponsorships. He doesn't do anything. It's all donations. And this man sets every day for every stream. He usually does 2 streams a day. $150 is the king's tax. All right, that is what he needs to make per stream, and he will look directly into the camera and ask, like, where is the money? We need to get some support. Let's get some super chats. Let's get some subs over on YouTube. Let's get some subs over on Kick. Let's get some, you know, some Kick. Well, they do Kicks now where you can like give money and stuff. Let's go. Sometimes he will sit there and hold the audience hostage and like be like, I'm not playing anything until I get some money. Do you understand how insane that is? Do you understand how insane that is? To demand money. But the thing of it is, it works. More often than not, he hits the $150 goal. I have seen streams where he's made over $600-700 in like a 3-4 hour stream. That's more than doctors are making. That's insane amounts of money. He'll do these
What do you mean more than doctors are making? I think RGT is his excuse me. His initials. I have no idea. I'm assuming the R means Robert. I mean, I'm not gonna go and let's just see. Wait, what? Oh, sorry. His name is Sean. I'm not doxing the guy. This is fucking Google him. His name is Sean Long. So I guess RGT stands for something. There's not much about him. It's gotta be some, like, thing.
the hell you call it, marathons. I do these marathons. Sometimes he's clearing $1,500 plus in a day. In a day. The thing of it is, if it didn't work, if he didn't sit there and look at the camera and say, I need some support, guys. Where is the support? You know, we haven't gotten any support today. And he'll take the game out of rotation. You're not supporting this game? I'm not going to play it anymore. I'm not going to play it anymore. Like, it's insane. The relationship that this man has with his paying audience, not the ones that are just watching from the sidelines, the paying audience is insane. But I respect it. That man is making...
Why? Why would you respect that? Like,
money. That man is making decent-ass money sitting there just playing games. Just being himself.
Oh, really, Joe Dub? I mean, maybe at one point that made more sense. Like, I'm not saying you're wrong. And by the way,
hey now.
But like, I don't think that's the case anymore. Like, maybe that's what the original thing was. Because I've seen some of his stuff. Like, he's kind of like review tech, but just not like a scumbag. Or if he is, it's not as like out there. But like, he basically does similar stuff. Well, I can't even say that. Like, it's more of like, he'll talk about a story but to give his opinion on it. Whereas, but this thing, no, his channel was this RGT Stash is like him doing like one thing I saw on this, which I was interested in, was he did a I was gonna say it's like review tech. Hey, great Mike Fick alike.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
He was talking about the recent WWE WrestleFest game that came out, the arcade thing. And he was saying how he didn't feel good about it because he saw a bunch of reviews and shit that didn't look good. Although I'm still like the idea of like paying for those cabinets and shit. I just can't get on board with that. I'll just download the ROM and play it.
And like, obviously, you know, there's lots of things to pick on him about. There's a lot of things to make fun of him about. And, you know, I understand there's like detractors and stuff like that, and, you know, restreamers and stuff like that, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because those people aren't going to watch him anyways. Those people are not going to give him money anyways. He has a dedicated fan base of people that for whatever reason just gives him money when he demands it. And it works. It's brilliant. The man is playing 4D chess out here. I would not be, I don't want to say this, but I do want to say this. I would not be surprised if when this is all said and done, like he was Andy Kaufman type character. This was all a rib.
No. Fuck that. No. Like, I know where he's going with this. The idea of like, oh, this is all just a big act. No. Phil is not that smart. Fuck that. Welcome, Demeter.
Hey now.
This is Spade 2. Close it right now. Hold on, wait, we gotta hear the rest of this.
You know, this was all a rib this entire time. I don't think he's that brilliant, but if that happened, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked because there's no way that this dude is dead ass the entire time. There's no freaking way. And if he is, maybe that's why he's my favorite streamer. Like, you have to see what's going to happen. It could be something like demanding money from the audience. It could be something like not being able to figure out like the simplest thing in the world, but you know, this hard ass boss battle, he'll beat it first try, no problem and stuff. And it's just like, what is the connection here? I watched him play Donkey Kong Bonanza, the last level, which I won't spoil for you, the true last level of the game. And this dude was doing like moves and stuff that you don't think of your first run through on it. Now, did he look at a guide or something? Probably. You know, he does take his bathroom breaks that sometimes take a while, but like still, he still did it. You still...
I never feel act this whole time. It's stupid. So it's... Yeah, it's like the meme, you know. Stop me. Hey, look at that retard. Oh no, joke's on you. I was only pretending to be retarded.
Have to do it and know how to do it and remember how to do it. DSP, you are a fascinating son of a bitch. And
Okay, I completely agree with that.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
He's definitely fascinating.
I don't know. I'm not going to give you money, but I'll tune in because it's crazy. It's just crazy to me. Anyways, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this video. I just felt like saying, I just felt like making this video because I feel like people, I don't know, maybe they could relate to like, it's like you don't want to watch, but you do. Because you're going to laugh. You're not going to laugh at his jokes. You're not going to laugh at what he says, but you'll laugh at like just the general vibe of what's happening on the stream and like his reactions to stuff. Whether he intends for you to laugh at them or not, that's besides the point. Let me know in the comment section down below. Have you ever watched Dark Side Phil? He's fascinating, dude. Absolutely fascinating. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.
It's Christ almighty. Like, I mean, okay, like, I kind of get what he's saying. Like, the fact that he can go and get people to, like, people go and say, like, oh, like, Phil went and forced his audience to pay him, like, X amount of dollars to, like, eat something. Meanwhile, this other streamer did it for free. Well, if you really think about it, which streamer is worse? The one who did it for free or the one who convinced his audience to pay money for it? Like, I don't support like having to pay someone for content, but if you can get away with it, then like, can you really shit on that? On the one hand, you can, but at the same time, he's not holding their hands to the fire. These people are donating. Basically, Phil's saying you can't stop watching. Right, and like, you know, like, how do we describe this? Like, it is somewhat admirable, but it's admirable in the same way as, like, I'm not trying to name names, but it's like the same way that you, like, when you see a politician get a big following, but said politician is saying really stupid or like lowbrow shit. Like he's appealing. Sorry, give me 1 second here. The fuck is this? Oh. Sorry. It's like, yeah, you're admiring it, but not for good reason. Like, okay, you got paid for this. You know, it's like from Tupac changes. I made a G today, but you made it in a sleazy way. Like, yeah, Phil made a couple $100, but what were you doing? You were being an asshole while you were doing it. Like, okay, you made money, but you're being an asshole. But meanwhile, I make money. I like to think that I'm doing stuff, and I'm not talking about the streaming thing. I make almost no money streaming. Like anyone who's a regular follower of me, like I get almost nothing. I do this because I enjoy it. But hint, hint, hint.
What?
But it's like the idea of just like sitting there and holding your audience hostage. Like, I'm not going to do anything until you give me money. On the one hand, it's like you're an asshole for doing this type of activity. But on the other hand, you do it and people pay you. So who's the real asshole here? The one demanding it or the people paying it? it's, you know, kind of a mixed bag there, I guess. Well, I mean, not mixed bag, but oh, good Lord. Like I said, I kind of get what he's saying, but really though, Phil, at the end of the day, is just a fucking asshole. Like, there's no denying that. Just curious what the rest of this thing is saying. Casino responds. Okay, you know what? I need to watch this. Sorry, we're going to extend this a little longer. You think you was get stream interrupted by dad over new credit card? Sorry, it's going to be one more second. I'll be right back. This will be like a couple of seconds. I just got to turn off the camera here. Because no one wants to see my ugly face. I have to step away for a minute, and I got the earplugs. I have to remove them. Remember, folks, if we hit the we get a donation of more than $5, we will continue after this and do a some Tekken 8.
What?
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Code drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
Why? He's been known as a very conservative person before Trump was in Trump 1.0.
Yeah. Yes.
What the fuck? Mute your mic. Did you hear any of what I just did? I just yelled out, here, I'm talking. And I went, Did you hear how quickly I muted that?
Don't talk to me about this now.
Capital One Central Park.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Hey, Capital One opened an account.
Hot mic.
Mute it! Jesus Christ.
I didn't even have time to mute.
What the fuck are you talking about? Are you fucking kidding me? You're too far. Like, bro. Literally. I mean, Demeter, you've been here enough streams. Welcome, home along.
Hey now, hey now.
You've been enough streams. How many times have I been like, hold on a second? And then I'm like this, right? You see my head going up here? Because right up here, I'm in the basement. The staircase is right up here. A child of mine. I love how to say of mine. But like someone will come down, or I heard like the door open, and I'm like, hey, what's up? But I'll mute it. Like, it really isn't that hard. Like, he's right there. It's in OBS, Streamlabs, whatever. You don't have time to mute. All you have to do is go to your loved one and be like, give me 1 second. You didn't hear me say, hey, what's up? Like, that's all it is. Child, no, you're like, well, sometimes they come down.
What?
Nothing. Just all it really was a card I got sent. That's all it is. I don't.
Give me a fucking break.
Anyway,
that is the biggest sort of bullshit I've ever seen.
Yeah, give me a second. Oh my god, the downsides of streaming.
Bro, all you had to do was mute it. Like, how is this such a big deal? Like, he has to be drama farming. He's been doing this for too long. Like, that was everything too, when his fucking mother came down and yelled at him for him not doing anything when his daughter was crying for him. His daughter was literally crying and screaming for him. If my wife came down and said, hey, like, you know, your child is crying for you, guess what my next reaction is? Guys, I got to end the stream. Sorry. And then I'm off. Like, even if that wasn't the case, or where it's like, I'm such an asshole where I need to continue to stream, and I hear that someone is saying shit that is possibly negative, I'm muting the thing there. You didn't hear me say, hey. You know, this is elementary. How do these people not know this shit? The fuck?
Anyway, yeah, give me a second. Oh my god, the downsides of streaming.
He's muted right now. See how easy it is? He doesn't know he's doing it. Good God. Yeah, I'm along where we're having stuff up here. Although, if someone gives a donation of $5 or more, I will continue this and do some Tekken 8 after this.
What?
Was he muted this whole time? I mean, you
They
see
didn't
here.
need anything.
Okay.
He was all right. Listen, I'm gonna be back in a little bit. This is all people are going to talk about right now, so I'll be back later. You could hear me now.
Yeah, see how easy it was to mute yourself? Fucking retard. God damn, like, oh. Think about this, okay? I'm not even talking about, like, the country shit. Look at this monitor and look at the one on either side of him. What do you see? Pictures of DSP. You know what I have on my monitors? Pictures of my family. I have a beautiful family. Like, fucking... I don't deserve what I have. I really don't. But, like, just literally every time that I go and I look at my screen, I'm like, you know what? God damn. I did fucking well. like, the idea is that, like, I'm not trying to bolster myself up. What I'm saying is that you put something up there that brings you joy or makes you smile, or at least that's what you should do. And this guy has DSP on his monitors. So logically, you'd have to say that looking at DSP makes him happy.
What?
Like, give me a fucking break.
I'm not muted anymore.
If someone gives multiples of 5s, sure. That's how many multiples.
But it's not that big a deal. I just got a credit card that I actually wanted because I had to rechange it. That's all that happened. But, you know, no one thinks besides me that
But, like, honestly, though, too, that's like a bunch of streamers will just do desktop capture or monitor capture, whatever it is, where, like, captures the entire thing. But I want to do that because even though it's like an older picture of them, I don't want people to see that. I'm not in the pictures, but at the same time, it's like, I know if I just said to my family, hey, guess what? A picture of you when you were younger just went off in front of the internet. How many people? Maybe like a dozen or so. Dad, what the fuck? Like, they wouldn't want that anyways. You know what I mean? And I know like a bunch of streamers will go and not put something like that on there, but I'm not a full-time streamer. I'm not making a bunch of money off it. This isn't my job. So I will just put what, you know, makes me happy on there. And again, like I said, this is what this fucker has on there. What the fuck are all those icons anyways? And the other thing too, turn off your fucking monitors. You're wasting power.
oh, dude, listen, no, see, and people are gonna, no, it's okay. I'd rather not get pissed off. And I will be back tomorrow. Not gonna do it. No. I'm not giving anybody a crash out. Thank you. Sorry to the other people, but there's no business to handle. There's nothing to take care of. But here's the thing. All I got was new. Here's all I got. It didn't even, I don't even know why someone came in the room. Because my account was hacked and I secured everything, they sent me new stuff. Why someone needed to come in here and tell me that right now, I don't know. I don't know.
This is why you mute the stream. Like I've literally had my children come down and say pointless shit, like, overall, but literally as soon as I see someone come down, I say to my audience, give me a second, hit the mute button, and I'm like, hey, what's up? How does he not notice? Like, you would figure that after the thing came down when his fucking mother came onto the stream and yelled at him for not dealing with his daughter when she was crying, like, after that happened, after you were so publicly embarrassed, would not your instinct, your reflex be, as soon as that door or whenever someone comes in, you immediately hit the mute button and they say, hey, what's up? To go and make sure that the audience doesn't hear it. But apparently, that hasn't gone through to him. It hasn't gone through his fat fucking skull.
What
Richie, you want to go get a coffee?
Oh wow, thank you for being a member for 50 months. Who's punishing my fans? Then don't crash out. All right, we switch spots, and you had it.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Come on.
I'm okay financially, man. It's just,
You lying sack of shit!
I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna move on from that.
What is this?
Well, I don't do that. That's why.
Oh.
I'm very, I've learned from 2024 that even if your anger is justified, you never show your anger in a stream.
You just fucking dead. Oh my god.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Because it's always weaponized against you, even if you are in the right about something. So when I feel like I'm going to be pissed off at something, I just don't stream because it's not worth it. I know it's like, my thing is when I feel like something, and thank you, Billy, I will,
$50? Jesus Christ. I know what to be for. The only thing I can say that, like, annoys me about these people, like Review Tech or DSP or whoever, is definitely so much more money than I do in terms of streaming. I'm not talking about, like, yearly income, but, like, just the idea they can, like, you know, fire up a stream and, you know, just rake in this much dough. Which I've never, like, complained to my audience about it. My view has always been, well, I'm not delivering something to my audience good enough to where they feel compelled to donate to something like that. But, you know, on the one hand, it's like, yeah, I fucking hate that. But on the other hand, it's like, well, that's on me.
do this for you. Is whenever I feel like something's going to trigger me, I'd rather not stream. Because, yeah, of course that will be used for ammunition, but I'd rather not give them any more. You know, that is the one, like, you guys have been there too, I'm sure. You're human, so I assume, like, even if something's you can have such something trigger you even if it's wrong, right? Which, being a normal person who doesn't do the strange things that I do for a living, not that I regret them, I love doing them, but, you know, you could just kind of be pissed and do your thing. When you're pissed here, everyone sees it, for example. It's just how it is, man. But, you know, my job is to just twit my tipples and deal with it because, you know, boo-hoo, poor me.
I'm sorry, repeat that?
Here, everyone sees it, for example. It's just how it is, man. But, you know, my job is to just twit my tipples and deal with it.
Twit my tipples?
What?
Because, you know, boo-hoo, poor me. I get to talk to a camera for a living. Whatever shall I do?
Cry. Cry hard, Snort Hogan. Cry hard, Cult of Hate. Keep crying because I was right and you were wrong. I got the drip going.
Ah. Oh, that was fucking crazy. Well, like I said, I didn't find the DSP Wings interview as boring as some people did, but that's just me. Didn't hit the goal, so we'll end the stream now. Unless we get a last-minute donation. I'm not gonna hold this up. Whatever, it is what it is. Anyways, thanks everyone for stopping by. There's literally no one streaming right now. Oh my god, no one is. No one who I follow is live. That's very rare. At least on the Twitch side. On the YouTube side, this is an obvious raid. Go after Raw Phil. We think everyone was stopping by during this stuff. So tomorrow probably won't stream. Well, maybe we're gonna stream tomorrow or Thursday, but it's looking like it's gonna be Thursday. But I don't have anything definitive on that, I don't think. Hold on, let me check something here. Yeah, Unity. What? Okay, well, either Wednesday or Thursday I'll be streaming. And then, as far as weekend goes, I may not be able to do anytime this weekend, or at least not during the evening, because Saturday I'm doing something with my dad, and then Sunday will probably be stuff with my family for my wedding anniversary. So, we'll have to see about that. Anyway, thanks everybody for stopping by. Yep, thanks, Demeter. I will see you all next time. Wait, did someone just go live? Nope, okay, no one on Twitch. Okay, YouTube will go on to Raw Phil. Okay, peace.